Well, folks, we are live for the second night in a row with some street stock action, but tonight it's a little bit different. It's the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the big oval, for some more street stock action. Last night we were live here on Swindell Speed Lab with the street stocks at Dover, but tonight a little bit different on a much bigger racetrack. A lot of draft going to be used here tonight, and we've got a heck of a starting grid here. And this is an all-star cast. I mean, listen to some of the names that will be driving in tonight's event. We've got modified superstar out there in the Midwest. Mike McKinney is here tonight. We've got Cannon McIntosh. We've got Christopher Bell. He's here. Clinton Boyles, Connor Ridge, Dason Persley, another USAC guy. Robert Dalby, USAC Western State Midget Champion last year. Hunter Schurenberg is here tonight. Kyle Larson is racing. Tyler Ransbottom, Shane Stewart, the 22,000 subscriber strong Tanner Holmes on YouTube, Tanner Thorson, Tyler Courtney. I can keep going. We got more guys coming to the server. Rico Abreu's one of those guys. Brian Brown. This is going to be a fun event here tonight, the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic. And this was put together, according to my knowledge here, very, very recently. Like, this was happening like today or yesterday that this whole deal was put together. So there's some of the weather and stuff like that we're looking at here today. 26 degrees Celsius, 55% humidity, partly cloudy, and a little bit of wind coming through here. Small block Chevrolets here, 375 horsepower, 3,400-pound race cars. And once you get sideways in these things here at Charlotte, there's basically no way to save it. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to plug my headset in here real quick because it is about dead. One sec. There we go. We should be dialed there. By the way, my name is Chase Rodman. We are going to be bouncing back and forth between myself and the guys are all in this team speak here. A lot of the guys in the server are in the team speak, and we're going to be kind of listening in on their driver audio throughout this event here to hear what they have to say. This is going to be pretty fun, man. We've got a racetrack that does not take a whole lot of skill to get around. It's a lot of drafting. It's basically like Talladega and Daytona for the NASCAR guys, but here at Charlotte in the street stock, it's so slow that you're wide open around the whole place, big draft, and it's going to be pack racing here. So really excited to see how this all plays out. Other drivers that we've had come into the server here, Tim Duggar, the country music singer, Ronnie Gardner, 5-time USAC Western State Midget Champion. Also, I'm not sure who this is, but Owen Larson. Not sure if Kyle's kid is actually on the server here, but Owen Larson is in the server. Also have Chase Cabrera out there, ARCA Racing Series guy. I guess that's the new name of that series this year. So a whole lot of names here getting ready to go at it. And we've got a little bit more practice time to get everybody into the server. And if anybody's out there watching, let's see if we can get some comments rolling in here on the Twitch as well as on the YouTube channel here. I haven't seen any comments quite yet. We've got quite a few people watching, but nobody coming in for the comments. But to pick out a favorite, man, take a look at the rundown there on the left side of the screen. As you can see, there's some pretty big names in there. Take your pick at who you think is going to win tonight, and we'll definitely have a good time broadcasting. We're expecting some big wrecks. Last night at Dover, we were running these street stocks as well, and we saw a lot of guys going on the lid. So that's always fun to watch. Only a couple guys opting to take some practice laps here. Obviously, it does not take a whole lot of skill to go around this place. If you've ever raced on iRacing before, it does not take a whole lot to get around this place. Wide open, turn left. Maybe we can get some drivers, Dylan Schiebel. Maybe we get some drivers down into the into our channel here and get a quick pre-race interview with them, possibly. I'm going to try and bring in, let's see if we can bring in Logan Seavey real quick. One sec. And we are here in the booth. Logan Seavey, are you there with us?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, buddy.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, hey, man, we're here at the Charlotte Big Oval. I know you've got a lot of laps around this place back in the day, and we've got quite the field assembled here. What are you expecting tonight here on the high banks of Charlotte?
I think there's a lot of uncertainty. You know, I think we got a lot of guys that are obviously really good sim racers and have been sim racing for a while. And we got a lot of guys that haven't really sim raced and are very little. So I think you're going to see a lot of bumping and banging, a lot of, good pack racing. I think it's going to be definitely one you want to stay tuned and watch the whole race.
Yeah, I was told about this event maybe 3 hours ago. I'm not sure how late this came together, but I got to ask, man, are you expecting to actually finish this race with some of the names that are in this thing? I would be surprised to see half the field make it past lap 10.
Yeah, like you said, it's a very last-minute deal. I think I came here to RaceCraft1 with Chris Wheeler here the other day, 2 days ago, and we kind of got a feel for what we could do and, what RaceCraft1 can do for us. And, we got 10 people sitting in a room right now. I'm sitting in a room with 10 or 11 other people here, and we're all just, running around Charlotte in a street stock. So, like I said, it came together really yesterday, and me and Wheeler and, everybody at Speed Lab have been working really hard to get this thing organized and get all the drivers together, and looks like we got a pretty good turnout. So like you said, hopefully it's not a crash fest. That's not what we're looking for. I think that's why for our first race we decided to do something a little bit easier so we could all just get a feel for it. But yeah, I hope that everybody finishes. Obviously it's probably a big ask for a drafting pack race, but I think it's going to be a heck of a race. And yeah, I plan on not only finishing, but I want to win this thing.
Absolutely. No money up for grabs here tonight. Can you tell us who some of the people are that are at the RaceCraft1 place with you right now?
Yeah, right now I look over to my right and I see Hunter Schoenberg, Clinton Boyles, Tyler Courtney, and I look behind me, I see Tanner Thorson, Connor Ridge, Tyler Ransbottom, that's Rizzy, my crew chief, Shane Stewart, and Chris Wheeler and Dazen Persley. So I think that's 10 of us, I believe. So it's a pretty big group here. So yeah, it's pretty cool little setup that Kelly Jones has got here for us. So yeah, it's just cool that he lets us come in here and do this. Not everybody here has sim, so it kind of gives us a place to come together and try to put on a show for everybody at home, sitting at home stuck. As we're all fighting the same problem here. Not much to do with this coronavirus still going on.
Yeah, obviously tonight the RaceCraft1 quarantine clash, and so I had no idea what RaceCraft1 was until tonight. So basically it's just a big building with some simulators in there, or can you kind of shed light on what exactly that is?
Yeah, so RaceCraft1 is a simulator company that, I'm sitting in a top-of-the-line simulator right now. I got a, I'm sitting in a motion simulator, actually. He's got three or four motion simulators here, and then, like I said, there's about 10 total, so there's 10 top-of-the-line simulators. You got really nice wheel, nice pedals, where I sit at home and I sit at my desk with an old G27 or whatever. So, yeah, but it's actually located downtown Indianapolis. It's a pretty cool place called the Silo. I'd never really heard about it till I came here with Chris Wheeler, and it's a pretty cool social club, and there's a lot of cool cars here in their car storage unit. So. It's a cool place. I think everybody here that came here today has been super impressed, like I was when I came in here Tuesday. So, yeah, all new to me, all new to everybody here, but it's a really cool place, and hopefully, a place we can come to hang out here in the future.
Definitely sounds like an awesome deal. Well, Logan, we definitely wish you some luck here tonight on the high banks at Charlotte, and we hope to see you running up front tonight here in these street stocks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can do some in-car reporting like the good old days. And I think Dylan said we're going to get some TeamSpeak over the broadcast, so that might be some pretty cool audio for the fans also.
Yeah, it definitely will. Well, folks, that's Logan Seavey, one of the many superstars that'll be running the big 3,400-pound street stocks here tonight. As you see them absolutely wearing it out on your screen right now. These guys are definitely going to be trying to put on a show, and this racetrack definitely provides that mentality here. I mean, as long as you hold your foot to the floor, you're not going to lose this draft. And when we get everybody on the racetrack at the same time, I'm pretty sure that we will not be having a B main here tonight. And we've got, I can't even count how many, it's at least 25 cars that'll be making the show here. Let's see if we can drag anybody else in here real quick. Let's see if we can get Mike McKinney. Mike McKinney, are you there with us?
How's it going?
Mike McKinney, absolutely world-famous dirt modified driver in the Midwest. Mike, are you ready for tonight's RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic here?
I mean, we'll find out. We got a list of pretty great names here, so, we're all cooped up with nothing to do. So hopefully we can all put on a pretty good show here, and it should be a lot of fun.
Back in the day, me and you, we go way back on the iRacing deal here. And before the dirt stuff ever came out, this was where you started at, right here on the high banks of Charlotte. What are you going to take? I mean, this is probably, 6-7 years ago when we were running these rookie street stocks at this place. What can you take from those past memories here and maybe beat these guys tonight?
Man, I'm not sure. Everybody here's got so much skill, and these cars are tanked, so you can kind of beat around, and it's going to be awfully tough to pass, but we're all pretty good enough and got enough respect for each other. It should be a lot of fun here.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, who do you think is going to be the toughest guy to beat? I mean, obviously this place doesn't take a whole lot of skill here to run at, but who are going to be some of the tough guys you're looking out for?
Man, I'm not sure. A lot of us have been doing this for 10-plus years. I'm pushing Kyle Larson around right now, and I can't even get by him. Me and him go way back, but Bell and all these guys will be really tough, and probably get some of these young kids that are just on here that haven't been on here too long will be really good. So whoever starts up front, it's going to be kind of hard to pass, but it should be a really good show here.
Well, that is Mike McKinney, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be one to watch for tonight. He's always got the brightly colored yellow and pink paint scheme on his car. So it looks like we might have a problem here with the server. Sheeval, is that correct? And can you whisper in my ear here? We've got some chat here in the server saying that we might have messed up the server here as far as the transfer cars go, and might have to make another server. So see a couple guys backing out of the server, now one reconnecting, so not sure if we have the wrong settings here. We did put Colton Hardy in charge of that, so that is definitely one of our main issues, as he sometimes doesn't really know what he's doing out there. So we're going to keep you updated as far as the server goes here, but in this server right now, we've got about 10 more minutes left of practice before we really get going. But hopefully we do have the server correct. I just see Kevin Swindell in here kind of talking back and forth about saying something about the transfers were a little bit messed up. So let's see if we got any comments here. And we do. Braden Eiler says, open the server. Man, I think it's a little too late to be opening the server there, buddy. Braden Eiler, one of the pro drivers here on the iRacing service. Also, we got Fishin40Z says, Rico has got this. Lamindy33 says, is the USAC champ in this? Depends on which one you're talking about. CJ Leary not in the server, but last year's midget champion Tyler Courtney is definitely here tonight in the field. So other drivers just connected in here. Ty Majeski, the guy with the highest I rating in all of iRacing, is in this server as well. Also in here, I'm not really seeing anybody different from earlier. But man, just a star-studded cast here, and let's see if we can find anybody else to drag in here real quick. Here we've got Kevin Swindell. Kevin, are you there?
Yo.
Kevin, so we've got this incredible field lined up for us tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. How did this all come together? It sounds like you're wrecking right now. How's it going?
I don't know how that just happened. I'm good. I'm trying to get a whole different steering wheel to work since I lost my power cord when I moved on my good one. So I'm on about a 2002 model PlayStation plastic wheel. So this should be good for me.
Absolutely. So how did this whole deal come together? I was just talking to Logan Sevia a couple minutes ago, and he made it sound like it was kind of a last-minute deal, maybe put together here in the last day or so. And then all of a sudden we've got all these guys on here, and now we're running this 30-lap main event here. How did this whole thing come together here?
I just wanted something to do, something to entertain some people, and we're trying to drive more content through our our platforms as well. So perfect way to do all of that, and just try to have some fun. So hopefully my stuff works, my internet works here, and we have a good time.
Yep, currently 12th on the speed charts is Kevin Swindell. We'll move him back up here into the channel. Great to talk to him real quick as we are down to about 8.5 minutes left here in the server for practice. And then we will have heat races. Not really sure how many heats quite yet here. Possibly 2, possibly 5. We're hoping for 2 as that's what we were set up to do here. But we might have an issue as far as the heat races go, but that is something that we'll have to wait on. Gonna see if we can find anybody else to move into the channel here and see if we can get them to talk to us. Who else we got up here? Let's see if we can get Tanner Thorson down in here. Hey, Tanner Thorson, do you got a copy on us here?
What's that?
Hey, Tanner, we're live here on the Swindell Speed Lab Twitch page, buddy. Are you ready to do some racing here tonight?
Oh, yeah, I guess it's about the only racing we're getting in here, so I'm looking forward to it.
You know, a couple of years back, I remember when you first got on the iRacing deal and you were running the street stock stuff. Do you have any fond memories of the Charlotte Big Oval here in the street stocks? Do you think you have a chance to win this thing?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Logan and I kind of were both just talking about that. We used to run a lot of races here, and it's a lot of fun. So looking forward to it, and I think we'll be good.
Well, Tanner Thorson, another guy to watch for here tonight. We'll move back up there into the channel with everybody else. Sheeble, I'm not sure if you want to go up there, and I'm not sure if those guys are talking or not up there in the audio video lab channel. Maybe we can get some audio from some of the drivers in the field tonight. Maybe we can hear what they've got to say. We've still got quite a bit of time here before the qualifying rolls off. 7 minutes left till qualifying. So I'm going to grab a glass of water real quick before this whole thing gets started, and we'll be back here hopefully with some heat races and some qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we are reconnecting to a new server as we did have an issue with the first one. So give us a couple seconds here. We're going to get connected to the new server and get everybody in there, and we'll be right back here getting into the new server. This time, Colton Hardy, I believe, put up the right one. So we'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're back here in the new server. As you can see, top left of your screen, 2 minutes left of practice, and we'll get right into qualifying here. Qualifying definitely going to be important, as most of you know that if you're familiar with iRacing, that this racetrack here, track position is huge, and being up front here at this place is definitely a key factor in some success. So other drivers have joined in here. Max McLaughlin, another one of those ARCA drivers. I don't even know what they call the series anymore, man. It changes. I don't know. ARCA something. ARCA East, I think. Max McLaughlin, but also known as an outlaw kart driver, and now going to be driving for Keith Hughes Motorsports in the midget stuff here in a couple weeks. We've got some more people chiming in on YouTube and the Twitch here. David Boudris, Colton Davis, Dalton Schrum. Thank you guys for watching. Glad that you are here. Just about ready for qualifying time trials, and I think the way we're going to do this maybe is hopefully ride on board a guy. You know, they're all going to go out at the same time. We'll just kind of pick and choose guys to go on board with for their qualifying laps. It's not going to be very exciting to watch because, I mean, they're literally wide open turning left. So right now, top of the speed chart zone qualifying, it is Tanner Thorson at a 36.507. So now Cannon McIntosh 36.507 is the quickest one. And then Tanner Thorson, Tyler Courtney, Tyler Silva, and Kyle Larson. And now Tim Duggar, just went in front of Larson there for 5th. So there's the checkered flag for practice qualifying coming up here in just a moment. 4 laps on the clock. Holy cow. We have got ourselves some time. Okay, Braden Eiler says ARCA Menard Series East. Thank you very much there, Braden. I could not remember the name of that deal. So that is what Max McLaughlin drives in. But yeah, here we go, qualifying. Let's see who goes out here first real quick, and we'll try and ride on board. Unless we do skip qualifying, which I doubt we will do that. And if you're wondering, everybody's on the same setup here. It's a fixed setup, so no need to worry about anybody having some kind of advantage. 16 gallons of fuel, rear end ratio 3.25. That's the gear, and we are ready to go qualifying here. Take your pick as to see who will go quick time. I'm going to say, I just know that Logan Seavey has been on this game for a long time, and I think that he's going to go quick time. He's ran a lot of laps around this place back in the day. David Reed, thank you for watching, chiming in there on the YouTube chat. As nobody's gone out for qualifying, unless am I missing something? I don't see anybody out there on the racetrack. So I'm not sure if we're not qualifying or if we're just waiting for a minute. We've got 10 minutes to qualify or 4 laps. So I'm going to try and find somebody else possibly to bring into the chat here. We can maybe have a little word with real quick. And here he is, Chase Cabray. You there, buddy?
Yeah, buddy. What's up?
Hey, man. So we're live on the Swindell Speed Lab Twitch and YouTube, man. Are you in this race here, buddy?
Yeah, we're qualifying.
You are qualifying right now. Are we interrupting your laps, or are you going to be all right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, well, dude, you know, you are a pavement guy. I know you run a little bit of dirt stuff, but you're mainly a pavement guy, and that's how you make the big bucks. Are you feeling pretty good here heading onto the Charlotte Big Oval here with the street stocks?
It's gonna be fun for sure. Glad that everybody was able to get in and we could put this event together because it's gonna be a blast. I like this with the street stock. It's like kind of a drafting deal, so you'll see a lot of guys pushing each other, and it gets pretty sketchy once you start pushing each other. So we'll just have to see how it plays out throughout the heat races, and hopefully get a good starting spot for the feature.
Absolutely. What's going to be the key to success here tonight? Because we know that it is tough to pass around this place. Do you think that track position is going to be probably the biggest thing, or are you going to want to ride around the back of the field, especially with some of the characters that are in this field tonight? Do you think riding around the back might be a game plan here?
I think if you're starting in the first 2 rows, kind of just try to single file out and get kind of away from the pack. But if you're forced to be back in the middle of the pack, I think the best option would be to lay back and just kind of wait for the chaos to play itself out.
Absolutely, man. Well, we wish you luck. Hopefully we didn't interrupt your qualifying laps there and hinder you in any way. We'll let you get back after it, and good luck tonight, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Chase Cabray, ladies and gentlemen, driving the number 4 car tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway here in the street stocks. And for some reason, I'm not able to watch people qualify, and I don't think our camera operator, Dylan Schiebel, is able to watch it either. And I'm just looking at the times here as they pop up in the results. In quick time right now, I called it Logan Seavey 36.817. But with the way this deal rolls out, man, with 4 laps on the clock, I'm pretty sure that, each lap you're going to get a little bit better and a little bit better. I think the key, though, and I know there's quite a few iRacing guys in this chat that are probably going to call me out for this, but I think if you run 3 laps on the top next to the wall and build up the momentum, I think the 4th lap right around the bottom is definitely going to be the play here. I know a guy like Colton Davis who's watching, he's a pavement guy. He probably knows the right way to do it. But, man, a lot of people chiming in here on the YouTube. David Reed says, how do I get this mod? This is iRacing. I don't think there is any mods. You just got to get iRacing.com. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. has just connected to the server, and I thought I would never say that name as an announcer, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the server right now, and that is kind of cool. So still looking at the chat, the charts here in qualifying. It's CV, Abreu, Mike McKinney, Cannon McIntosh, Tyler Courtney, the top 5. Then Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Robert Dalby, Tanner Thorson, Shane Stewart, the top 10. How about that for a top 10? As it looks like Chase Cabray, we were just talking to him. He jumps up to 5th quick here with a 36.899. Logan Seavey, though, definitely the guy to beat. He's got a couple hundredths over the Rico in the chat, calling Logan Seavey out for cheating already. So this should be pretty interesting by the end of this deal here. Who else could we possibly get down here to talk to? Let's see here. Let's see if this guy's here. Let me check and see how long he's been idle for. Okay, here we go.
User was
Christopher Bell, are you there? You got a copy on us?
I got you, Rod.
Well, Christopher, we are here on the high banks of the Charlotte Motor Speedway, buddy. I've got a video on my YouTube channel from way back in the day. It was me, it was RJ Johnson, and it was you at this place. RJ comes out of the pits, straight into the racetrack, and you got absolutely destroyed. Do you have any fond memories of this place, man? I mean, we used to run here all the time back in the day.
Yeah, we got a couple laps around this place, that's for sure.
Absolutely, man. Well, you guys it looks like you're right now 7th on the qualifying time trial speed charts here, buddy. What do you think? I was just talking to Chase Cabray. What do you think the key to success is here at this place in these race cars?
It's probably just going to be getting to the end without crashing. These things are pretty stuck around here, so just a matter of using the draft good and not get wrecked there coming to the checkered.
Are you having any side conversation with some guys up there in the team speak? Maybe some guys you're going to work with here in the race, maybe do some tandem drafting here, or is there anybody on your list that you're planning on working with here?
It's pretty quiet up there, honestly. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays off.
Well, Christopher, we wish you luck here tonight, buddy, and try and put on a show for us.
Will do.
All right, that's Christopher Bell, ladies and gentlemen, one of the many drivers in the field tonight. He currently sits now 8th on the charts as Dason Persley just put down a pretty solid lap there. 36.862 puts that number 9 car up to 2nd on the speed charts. So we've also got more people chiming in on YouTube. Great to see quite a few people watching here as we've got how many more minutes? About 3 more minutes left of qualifying. It looks like almost everybody's turned a lap in here, with the exception of Tanner Holmes and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Owen Larson, can someone try and figure this out? Is that actually Owen, or is that somebody racing on Owen's name or something? I kind of think it might be him because he's about 8/10 off the pace in qualifying here. So if we can somehow figure that out, that would be some fantastic information. But yeah, so quite the all-star cast here. Let's take a look at the Twitter, if anybody's got anything going here on the Twitter. I don't look like I see anything quite yet here. Oh, what is this? So nothing too incredible going on Twitter right now. We've got the drivers kind of talking to each other in the server chat here, as Kyle Larson calls Logan Seavey a nerd for going quick time. Mike McKinney says that Logan Seavey is also a nerd. And basically, we're just waiting on Tanner Holmes to turn in a qualifying lap here, and then we will advance the session into the heat races. And then after that, I think we're going to move up to the channel with all the drivers in it for the heat races and stuff and hear what they have to say. It looks like we're going to have 3 heat races. Each heat's going to be 10 laps, and everybody will make it to the feature. So we're going to have about a 30-car field here. And if it's anything like last night at Dover, it is sure to be an absolute disaster, which I'm all here for, man. It's gonna be really funny. I think I'm gonna try and bring down Kyle Larson and see if he's even here real quick. Hey,
User was
Kyle
moved to
Larson,
your
you got a copy
channel.
on us here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the question everybody's asking, we're live here on Swindell Speed Lab, Twitch and YouTube. Is that actually Owen under that account, or is that somebody else?
Well, he would probably like to say that it is Owen, but no, it's not Owen. It's our crew guy Trey. He's struggling a little bit over there, but he hasn't made many laps.
Yeah, he's about 6/10 off the pace right now, but hopefully once the draft kicks in, he'll be able to keep up a little bit. You know, I've talked to quite a few guys here tonight that are running in this race. I mean, we've got a hell of a field assembled here. What are you looking forward to here? I mean, I'm sure you've got quite a few laps around this place, not only in real life, but here on iRacing.com, especially in these street stocks as you had to come through the rookie series back in the day. But what are you looking forward to here for these heat races in the future?
Man, I don't even really remember the back in the day of iRacing because that was that was probably 12 or so years ago that I was on here as a rookie. But yeah, it's definitely a big field of guys, most that I know. So looking forward to it, and hopefully we stay in front of Brown all night.
Okay, well, there's Kyle Larson. We'll send him back up there, and we wish him luck as we've got about a couple more seconds here till we get to this first heat race. And then after that, as I mentioned, we'll try and get up there and listen to some of the driver chat as they go on. But we did get confirmation that that was not Owen Larson on the Owen Larson account there. So good to find out that information. Sheeble, do you want me to go down the starting lineup, or are we going to go straight up there? All right, we're gonna go straight up into the chat here, and Sheeble, real quick before we go up there, what's the plan here, man? All right, here we go. So we're gonna go up there, ladies and gentlemen, and then listen to these guys as they go around the racetrack. Let's go up there.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Green.
Green, green, green.
All right, Mikey.
I'm trying.
I didn't think he was going to take me 3 wide. I thought he was going to help me out.
Yeah, that was pretty ballsy.
I know, he kind of went to the apron, but let's drive back around him.
This is gonna be insane with 30 cars out there.
There we go.
Wow.
Just run his ass back down on the apron. Oh!
What happened?
You guys were dooring on my screen.
Come on, get back up here.
You got arrow tied, I thought.
Yeah,
Hell
fine.
no.
I'm coming.
Come on. If you can back off like 1 foot on entry and then push me like from center off, you can go back around him. Oh boy. I need you.
I'm coming. I got doored.
Yeah, if you take like a little bit wider arc than I do on entry, it'll gap us out a little bit.
I don't think you'll ever clear the inside lane, though.
Yeah, we can. You can clear down the back. This is it. All right.
You'll clear, but I'll be screwed.
I'll stick with you. Whew. Don't let that guy go through wide. All right, here we go.
God, this is the longest
Wow,
10
what
laps
just
ever.
happened? Come on, come on.
Should have made these 5 laps. Oh, boils.
Wow.
Oh, Thorson went
Tanner
3
Hall.
wide.
Oh, it's Thor's.
I'm right.
Thorson just wheeled you. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, God, that was crazy.
Thorson, what are you doing?
Yeah, he killed it.
That was a Thorson.
He just drove in the side of Mike.
Hey, wake up.
How did they go through 1 and 2 so good on the last lap, Mike?
I don't know.
I thought we had him. I just should have never let him get to my inside. That's where I screwed up.
Thorson, no comment. Just gonna own it.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Well, folks, heat race number 1 is over, and that was interesting. As Tanner Thorson is not making any friends as per normal here on the high banks of Charlotte Motor Speedway as he gets into the side of Mike McKinney and Logan Seavey there. Logan was dead set on running the top there, and you could hear him there inside the driver chat that he was praying the top was going to work there, and he had a lot of confidence in it. He had Mike McKinney there behind him pushing him, and it just wasn't enough. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Got the win just barely snookered Kyle Larson at the line. 0.022 at the line was the margin of victory there. Thorson ended up third with a couple of 4Xs to his credit. Then Logan Seavey, Mike McKinney, Chase Cabre, Brian Brown, Tyler Ransbottom, Clinton Boyles, Dalton Kellett. Those are your top 10 finishers there in heat race number 1. And, we've got a little bit of time here before we go green on this next one. Let's see if we can bring in Logan Seavey real quick and get a rundown of what just happened there in that heat race. Logan, we were listening in on your guys' chat there, and you sounded pretty confident in your guys' run on the top of the racetrack there, and then sure enough, you got doored there.
Yeah, that's just that's just how it goes sometimes. I really felt good there on the bottom, and I think I just I don't know if we run by the same rules as NASCAR does, but I feel like the 03 maybe went a little bit below the stripe there and went by us, but that's how it goes. But yeah, I was just trying to keep my momentum up coming up the straightaway a little bit there, and don't blame him for trying to go for the lead there. But yeah, I really thought me and Mike were gonna make the run there on the outside. We were holding pace with them guys for a while. And,
green flag, green flag.
Just there at the end, the guys in second, third kind of run up a little bit and pushed, got my pusher off my back bumper, and I kind of killed all my momentum up on the top. So yeah, for a while there, I really thought we were going to clear and be able to win that thing on the top. But yeah, it's just street stock racing at Charlotte. That's why it's the rookie series.
I think the 03 said, Logan, who's this Logan Squeegee guy, and kind of moved you out of the way. He's got he's got a little bit of time on the sim. I think he's kind of some big-time guy in real life, so I don't really blame him for moving some guy out of the way that he probably didn't even know who you are. But heck of a run there, buddy, and we hope to see you try and move up through the field here in the feature.
Yeah, it's going to make it exciting. I think winning that would have been nice to start up front in the feature, but running fourth, I think we're going to be pretty buried. So it's going to be fun coming from the back, and hopefully the rest of these races are just as good as the one you guys just saw.
Absolutely. Well, there's Logan Seavey. He ended up, I believe, fourth there in the first heat race. The second heat race is already green, and your leader down the backstretch. There's no way anybody beats this guy. The 91 car, Ty Majeski's up front, followed by the 31. That's country music star Tim Duggar. Then Dason Persley. That's the USAC national midget driver there. Then Ronnie Gardner, USAC Western State midget champion. Christopher Wheeler, IndyCar spotter back there, also one of the head guys at Bell Racing Helmets. Tyler Courtney, Sunshine, USAC midget champion from last year's in this race as well. Followed by Hunter Schurenberg, 100%. Matt McKinney, Tanner Holmes, a YouTube sensation, and Connor Ridge, tire guy for the Reinbold Underwood Motorsports Sprint Car, the USAC National Sprint Car Series. Right now up front, it is Majeski. And the reason I say that nobody's beaten him, if you are not familiar with this iRacing platform, Majeski has the highest I rating on the game, which means he has the best, just the best rating, man. He's got 2 accounts over 10,000 I ratings. So his 2 accounts are higher than anybody else on the entire game. So if somebody's able to pass him, they either crashed him or his steering wheel fell off the desk. That's all I can say. Up front, it is Majeski, followed by Duggar, then Persley, Ronnie Gardner. Chris Wheeler's now got a challenge from Tyler Courtney. Sunshine looks to the outside in the 23 car. Now here comes Persley looking to the outside. Persley looks to the outside for the second spot. He gets a push from behind from Gardner. They tried it, but it's not going to work. Duggar locked on the back bumper of Majeski, and if anything that we learned from last night is any telling, that you can blow these things up, man. We saw it at Dover last night. If you push enough, these cars will blow the engine. And now we've got a challenge for second as Persley's around the outside of Tim Duggar. With no help, though, that's not going to work out too well for him. Did somebody wreck? Oh, big wreck behind him. Tanner Holmes blows the engine up after bouncing off the inside safer barrier. He gets together with Ronnie Gardner, the 93 car. So take those two out of the race, and we're left with about 7 cars in the lead pack. Persley still making the outside groove work to his advantage here, as he's now alongside the right rear quarter panel of Ty Majeski down the front straightaway. Now up to the door. The 9 car all by himself has got something operating up there. And Persley, I'll tell you right now, every time I log on to iRacing, I see him doing some racing. And most of the time, I don't know why, it's in the midget at Limaland Motorsports Park, but I'm not sure how much time Persley's got here at the big Charlotte Motor Speedway Oval in the street stock, but it looks like he's got quite a bit of experience. He's making the top side work all by himself. And now he'll slip back to third as Tim Duggar back on the rear bumper of Ty Majeski as they come by this time to complete lap number 7, 3 to go here in heat race number 2 for the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Caution.
Wrecking behind him, caution coming out for the 55 car. Hunter Schurenberg going around. Schurenberg getting a tap from behind, it looks like from... Oh, wow. Actually, that doesn't look like it was Schurenberg's fault, was it? The 12 car Chris Wheeler kind of came down the track, and they got together. Wheeler gets in the fence, and then Schurenberg comes down the track right into the side of Matt McKinney. Schurenberg should be okay to keep on going as he got sideways, able to keep that car straight. But the yellow coming out here, and it's going to be a long time under caution. These pace laps will take quite some time here. See if we can maybe get anybody in that's in this race to see if we can get a word with them real quick. Not really sure if that's going to be a problem. Let's see if we can get Tanner Holmes, who's involved in an accident there, so we can talk to him. Hey, Tanner Holmes, you got a copy on us?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, Tanner, unfortunate circumstances there. You hit the inside wall and blow the engine up, and gonna finish 10th here, at least 3 laps down. What happened there, buddy? And are you having a good time at least, even though you just got wrecked?
Yeah, this has been pretty fun so far. Didn't have a good didn't get to qualify at all, and just was hanging out in the back for the heat, and I think Sunshine got into someone, and we just got collected. So, we're just going to be hanging out in the back the first few laps of the A, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, speaking of the A main, I think you're going to be starting as we're flipping under caution right now. Tyler Courtney, literally, you're just talking about him, and he's flipping under caution, so that's incredible stuff there. Yeah, man, so you're going to be starting around 29th here or so in the feature. What's exactly the game plan? You're just going to kind of hang out at the back or what? I mean, we've got quite a few characters, as I've mentioned a couple times tonight, quite a few characters in the race tonight. I'm not expecting a whole lot of green flag action here.
Yeah, I'm not really expecting too much green flag action as well, so we'll probably just hang out in the back, see how it goes, and I think if we can miss the wreck, seeing how they're already wrecking in the heat, we should be towards the front.
Well, there he is, the YouTube sensation, Tanner Holmes, 22,000 subscribers strong. Unfortunate end to his heat race there. Actually, he's got back on the racetrack, but he is 3 laps down. He did get a quick fix, so luckily for him, he will rejoin at the back of the field. Who else can we possibly find here? I wonder if Connor Ridge has got a microphone here. Connor Ridge, this is Chase Rodman up in the booth here. You got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you, Rod.
Hey, Connor, I don't know how much experience you got here on iRacing.com. I see you kind of riding around here back in 8th place. What is going on behind the wheel? How are you feeling?
We're not looking good, Rod.
Not looking too good. What's the problem? Is the gas pedal not going all the way down to the floor, or what's going on? Are you a little tight?
I have a bag of ass on this fucking game, Rod.
Oh, boy. Well, Connor, man, we really wish you luck here, man. I hope you can get back up there and start dicing it up here. We're gonna move Connor out of the server here, out of the TeamSpeak channel. As he is using some language there. We weren't expecting that, and I'm not sure he knew he was in the broadcast booth there. So hopefully we don't get banned off of Twitch for that one, but we should be all right as Connor takes it down onto pit lane. We've still got a whole nother lap under caution here. Like I said, these caution laps are going to take a minute here. At least it's not over. That is correct. At least the pace speed here is about 55 miles an hour. Who else we got? Dason Persley. Let's see if we can drag him in here. Hey, Dason Persley currently running 3rd on the Speedway. We're up here in the Swindell Speed Lab booth. Dason, you got a copy on us?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, man, running 3rd right now. I was watching you there, and you were kind of working the top of the racetrack by yourself and was making some headway, but then it would kind of stall out there. It seems like you might need some pushing from behind. Is that what the game plan is here, to try and get hooked up with somebody and go to the front?
Oh, yeah, that's always a plan, to get to the front here. But, yeah, I was up there by myself, and it was good off the corners. Just couldn't keep with them down the straightaways and on entry. But Willer was trying to help me there, and then kind of got wrecked by the 55, I believe. So it's a good race right now, and we'll try to just race this thing out and then looking ahead to the feature to start up front.
Well, you know what, dude? I've got a lot of laps around this place and a lot of victories. If I can give you one piece of advice, I mean, these cars, as you know, you can do a lot of beating and banging and really not damage them too much. I might want to suggest to you, if you get up next to one of these guys, maybe, turn left into the side of them a little bit and slow down their momentum. What about that? You got that, going to keep that in your arsenal possibly here?
Oh, yeah, for sure for the feature. I mean, if we're coming down to the checkered and we're side by side, there's for sure going to be some beating and banging.
Okay, perfect. That's what we want to hear. So, good luck to you, man, as I think we're going green this next time by. Good luck to you, and we hope to see you maybe pick up a victory here.
All right, thank you.
Dason Persley, USAC National Midget Driver there for Keith Kunz Motorsports. He's running 3rd at the moment, and the pace lights are out. So hopefully we can get going here and finish the final 3 laps in this one real quick. And it sounds like we need to get Logan Seavey back up in here. Logan Seavey, I was told to bring you back up in here. Are you all right? Oh, wait, did I just do the wrong channel? Logan, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's going on, man? Is there something going on? Are we all right?
Man, I think I'm all good. I don't know about the 23 of Tyler Courtney, but but my health is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him flip under caution there, and you said that you're with him right now at the RaceCraft1 place?
Yeah, we got a group of 10 of us here. We had a little bit of ARCA brakes there under caution, and it ended with a 23 on the lid. So, hate to see people go out under caution like that, but I'm sure Tyler will have a good run here in the feature.
Well, it looks like he did get a quick fix. He landed on all 4 wheels, got a quick fix, and he's back on the racetrack, still on the lead lap. Are you expecting him to cause some more carnage here?
Yeah, exactly. So we I've been running around this place trying to help everybody get their pit stops dialed in, because if you don't turn off the fuel here in these street stocks, it takes about 3 minutes to put fuel and tires on it. So, yeah, I got Connor back out there with his quick fix. Yeah, I'm not sure if he missed the brake pedal or pushed the clutch pedal instead of the brake, but yeah, this is why he doesn't drive in real life, I guess. So, this is probably a good place to start him out on. But
yeah,
other than that, yeah, we got Connor back out there. I think Sunshine's back out there now, so we're looking good now.
I think next time Connor maybe should not drive anymore, and he should also not do any interviews, as we did drag him in here for a moment, and he did release some foul language into the airwaves here. So hopefully next time we can remember not to drag him in here, but we do wish him luck here. If you could tell him, let him know that we wish him luck as he's running around in 8th place right now. Logan, once again, good luck to you here for the feature coming up.
Yeah, and in Connor's defense there, we did get a green flag on the profanity. There's just no racist remarks allowed. So I don't know. Maybe we need to have a new drivers meeting.
Yeah, maybe another drivers meeting before the feature. We just don't know if there's any children out in the stands tonight. But you know, I'm all for a little bit of profanity here and there. But yeah, man. So real quick, Ty Majeski up front. Do you think he's going to be the guy to be here for this feature?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming into this, everybody knows Ty Majeski's got a lot of laps around here on iRacing, and you know, obviously the highest I rating in the game and in the sim. So he's obviously really good. He's got Tim Duggar behind him, who's been doing really good, especially here in the street stock deal. So I think Ty's gonna be tough off the front. Obviously Dale's really good on the sim also. So Dale and Ty off the front are gonna be tough. As far as really disappointed to let Dale by. He's gonna be even that much harder to pass here come the race later.
Well, absolutely. As Chris Wheeler just went upside down on the racetrack, we'll let Logan see if he get back down to his channel there with the rest of the drivers. We're coming around to the checker here. Ty Majeski uncontested in this one as Tim Duggar looks to the outside, looks to the inside, drives through the infield. It's not going to be enough there. Ty Majeski, the 91 car, will grab the win in the second heat race. Hopefully we don't have any more cautions in the heat races, because that took a little longer than I think we expected there. Tim Duggar ends up second, followed by Dason Persley, Matt McKinney, Hunter Schoenberg in the 5th spot, Ronnie Gardner, Connor Ridge, Christopher Wheeler, Tyler Courtney, who flipped under caution, and Tanner Holmes, 2 laps down, ends up in 10th. We do not have Ty Majeski in the server here, so we cannot get an interview with him. But we will get your heat race number 3 lineup here. And it's going to be Rico Abreu on the pole. Next to him should be the number 08 car, Cannon McIntosh. Row 2 on the inside, the 21 car, Christopher Bell. Outside him is the 5 of Robert Dalby. Row number 3, the 15 of Max McLaughlin. And Shane Stewart in the car number 20 starts in 6th. Swindell Speed Lab's own Kevin Swindell on the inside of the 4th row. On the outside of him is the 17 of Tyler Silva. And in the 5th and final row, looks like the 42 of Owen Larson. That is the account name, but we were told that was one of Kyle Larson Racing sprint car teams, one of their crew guys there. So he is driving on Owen Larson's account there. And then Colton Hardy, I don't think will be on the racetrack, as he set up the server here tonight. And I think that he will not be on the grid. So 9 cars going for 10 more laps. And 10 plus 10 plus 9. Yeah, we're looking at a 29 car field here for the feature a little bit later on. And we've got one driver in this race here. I'm going to try and pull him up here real quick and see if we can get his words prior to the race here. Cannon McIntosh, got a copy on us up here in the Swindell Speed Lab booth?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Cannon, you're starting up here in the 2nd spot next to Rico. You got Christopher behind you. What do you think about your chances here tonight at Charlotte?
I'm not real sure. We qualified decent with 6th place, and I'm gonna just try and get some laps here in this heat. I've never ran the street stocks on iRacing, so we're gonna see what we got.
You know, you took I'm sure you've watched these last couple of heat races. Obviously, it looks like it's locked down around the inside, right around the paint there. Have you talked to anybody, maybe starting behind you, like Dalby, maybe, to give you some pushes here and maybe get around the outside of these guys?
I got my mic pick.
No, I got no communication there. We're just gonna try and send it here and see what we can do.
Okay, perfect. That's what we want to hear. Cannon McIntosh is going to be trying to send it, ladies and gentlemen, here in heat race number 3 for the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Man, as we mentioned, we've got quite the group of guys here. Rico, we've got McIntosh, we've got Bell, Dalby, McLaughlin, and then we've got some guy named Tyler Silva and Owen Larson. We also got Kevin Swindell in the field. So definitely the mixed bag here of drivers. And we're coming to the green this time by. Should be 10 more laps in the final heat race of the night. There won't be a B main. We'll have a 10-minute warm-up. I don't think we'll use all 10 minutes of that. But then a 30-lap feature. I don't know what there is to win. I don't think there's any money or anything like that. You might get like a picture posted of you on the Swindell Speed Lab Twitter, but that's all I know. Green flag is out. And McIntosh misses a shift right there. And he is going to go 3 wide down the front straight. Now he's getting turned head on the wall. And when he said he was going to send it, I don't think he meant to do that. As he might have accidentally shifted down right there. And he is going to maybe even lose the draft. The 08 car from the outside of the front row. He did not get a good start at all there. In the 42 car, Owen Larson. We're going to have to try and get that guy's real name as he's making a move to the outside. He's going to put it in the fence. Straight into the wall in turn 3 for Owen Larson. Brings it back down. I was told in the chat here, it looks like there is no damage. So if you are crashing, wait, that's not right. Colton Hardy says there's no damage, but I saw in the last race somebody blew their engine up. So definitely do not listen to Colton Hardy, whatever you do. As Max McLaughlin looks to the outside of Kevin Swindell. Swindell's, oh man, I'm not sure what's going on with his connection, but he just kind of lagged out a little bit right there in the 39 car. McLaughlin trying to work to the outside. As you see Rico Abreu, Christopher Bell lock bumpers down to the bottom of the racetrack here, heading back to turn number 3. Rico slips up just a little bit, about a half a car length, not enough for Bell to get underneath of him. And with this new Charlotte, you know, back in the day when I was really running a lot of this stuff, when I first started, it was grass all the way through the infield as we go yellow. Caution, I'm not sure what it's for, possibly for Shane Stewart. And no, Shane Stewart was not involved in a caution. Dylan Schiebel, if you know what... Oh, Kevin Swindell sounds like he... he got spun. I didn't even see that. Swindell gets turned by Max McLaughlin. McLaughlin went to go to the infield, and Swindell said, I don't think so, but then he got turned. Somehow did not make contact with any other cars or the wall and kept on going. Luckily for us, though, I don't think any lap cars, so the caution should go pretty quickly here. But as I was saying, back in the day, you know, this was... back in the day, the infield was all grass, but now they have it kind of paved right there at the very beginning of the trial. So I wouldn't be surprised to see anybody try and, go through the infield to pass somebody as Shane Stewart nearly runs into the back of Kevin Swindell under caution there. That was a close call. But Rico Abreu, current race leader. Bell in second, Max McLaughlin third, Owen Larson. And somebody asking if that is Owen Larson there in that 42 car. That is not. We were talking to Kyle a little bit earlier. He said that that is one of his sprint car mechanics that is driving that car. Pretty decent amount of people watching here tonight for the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic. My name is Chase Rodman, trying to keep you entertained here in this third and final heat race tonight. Once again, a 30-lap feature will be coming up here in a few moments. Definitely a lot more viewers tonight than we had for Tim Duggar's race last night at the Dover International Speedway in the street stocks. If you are looking for some entertainment and you like to watch virtual race cars flip upside down multiple times, go back and watch the Swindell Speed Lab video on demand of that one, because there was some serious accidents in that race last night. We've got Vol Nation 82 in the chat. Thanks for watching. The Shark 92G, Mo Chaser 4. Also, guy named Zach is watching. Guy named Zach says, drag Majeski in. Do not have Ty Majeski in the team speak, or else we would have gotten him in here for the Victory Lane interview. We've got quite a few guys here. Let's go talk to Kyler Courtney real quick. Let's see if he's got a mic.
User was
Sunshine, this is Chase Rodman up here in the Swindell Speed Lab booth. You got a copy on me?
I do.
Hey, man, we saw you there in that second heat race, buddy, causing some recklessness out there. Are you intoxicated tonight, or we saw you get upside down under caution. Is everything all right there?
Did you not see the guy smoke me from behind?
I did see that. Yeah, I saw. Oh, actually, was that the caution? That was when you flipped?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that part. I wasn't
No,
really
I
paying
was
attention.
just chilling, flipping under regular caution.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, man, I don't think you're going to have a very good starting spot for the feature. Did you learn anything in that heat race there that might help you for this 30-lapper?
Yes, I learned to change my settings to where I don't have to use the clutch, so I don't miss the shift.
That is definitely a huge deal. As we saw McIntosh here in this heat race, he missed a shift and dropped the old anchor out. You got anybody in mind that you're thinking about working with here? Because it seems like if you get 2 guys up on the top, you might be able to drive around them. Do you got anybody in mind?
I think the Chevys are going to work together, and the Fords and Toyotas, so have you. So I don't really know what's under my hood, but we'll figure somebody out.
Okay, I didn't realize there was different manufacturers out here in the street stocks tonight, but that is Sunshine Tyler Courtney. We'll send him back down there, and he's going to get himself ready for tonight's 30-lapper. Definitely gave us some great information there. Oh, man. Yeah, so I think we will hopefully get the lights out this time by in heat race number 3. We've got how many laps down? 2 down? That is it? We've only got 2 in, because I don't think we've got... cautions are definitely not counting here, as far as I know, in heat race number 3. Who else we got in the team speak here? Let's see if this guy... Nope, Clinton Boyles, his mic has not been turned on here in a long time, so not sure what's going on with Clinton Boyles. Let's see if we can talk to this guy.
User was moved
Tanner
to your
Thorson back
channel.
up here in the booth. You got a copy on us? Tanner Thorson, are you there? Tanner Thorson is not there. I think he might have had to take a bathroom break after dooring Logan Seavey and Mike McKinney there. He had to leave the room so he didn't get anybody mad at him there. So let's see here. Let's see if we can drag in Hunter Schoenberg. Let me see if he's got his mic activated here. He's been idle for 12 minutes, but we'll try and drag him in. Hunter Schoenberg, we're live up here in the Swindell Speed Lab booth. You got a copy on us? I don't think he's there. Hunter, are you there? No copy on it. Where are these guys at? We cannot find anybody that is with us here. Let's see if we can get Chris Wheeler in here. Chris Wheeler, you got a copy on us? Okay. Somebody needs to... Where is our production crew at? We need to go get these guys on the mic because everybody... This is a disaster. Okay, we're coming to green, though. The green flag about to come back out as pace car pulls into the infield. And Rico back on the gas, and Bell does not get a very good start. That might cost him a spot as the 15 of Max McLaughlin on the inside of row 2 is now going to be up next to Bell down the front straightaway here back into turn number 1. And McLaughlin will take second. We know the 21 of Bell is going to try and work the top side. He's got no help for now with the 5 car. Robert Dalby closing in just a little bit here. And just got a text from Logan Seavey, says we're all watching the stream in a room away from our computers. Okay, but everybody can hear, oh God, everybody can hear us, but they are not at their microphones. So that is what the deal is here as we are racing for the 3rd spot. And Logan, if you know who is on the 42 Owen Larson's account, please text me his name here because I cannot remember the name of the driver of the 42 car. Owen Larson currently in 3rd. We're 3 wide down the front stretch. McIntosh not messing around. 3 wide again into turn 1. And Dalby's going to have to come off the track right in the side of Bell. Now he's sideways. Oh boy, he's pinballing. Oh my goodness, how'd he hang on to that thing? Robert Dalby hanging on to it. Swindell gets the worst of it as he falls all the way to the back of the pack here. Now we're 3 wide for the lead. What happened to Rico? Rico must have had a mistake off of turn 2 looking in his rearview mirror, seeing all the carnage back there. As now McLaughlin nearly hooks the 42 of Larson ahead onto the wall. And McLaughlin looks down to the inside for second. And now the 42 of Larson to the outside. We're just going to call him Owen Larson for as long as we can until we get a name here. McLaughlin going to give a shove to Rico down into turn 1 and move the 42 out back to the 3rd spot. And McIntosh back into the mix here. Keep an eye on the 21 of Bell as McIntosh flies down the apron, somehow keeps it off the inside wall. These guys are shuffling around like crazy here. And now the 20 of Shane Stewart gets into the side of the 08 car, and Stewart's about to come down pit road on accident. And oh, look out for the water barrels. He hangs on, but now he's in the fence hard. Stewart nearly put it in the water barrels. As the 17 of Tyler Silva and the 42 of Owen Larson make some contact into turn 1. Tyler Silva, the head tire guy, the head tire guy for Chase Johnson's sprint car operation out here in California. There goes Max McLaughlin under the apron there, trying to take the lead away from Rico Abreu. McLaughlin is going to take the lead into turn number 3, and this time by the stripes, 7 will be complete and 3 to go. Rico fighting back on the top side. Silva's trying to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway with Bell on the outside of him. And now Larson nearly turns Bell there into turn 1, and he's going to do it. Oh, boy. Somehow Bell hangs on to it. McIntosh, who I thought was out of the race, is what is going on the backstretch. We are making the track 3 lanes wider than it's supposed to be down the back straightaway. Rico hanging tough on the outside of the 24. And the caution is out again. 2 cars wrecked. It's McIntosh and Larson. And let's see what happened here is, oh my, Larson got doored by the 08 and then drove back up the track right in the side of him. So still trying to figure out who the driver of the 42 is, as he just caused a big accident down there. Hearing it might be Carson Macedo, but I don't think that's correct. Let's see if we can drag old Brett Wheeler, or sorry, not Brett Wheeler, but Chris Wheeler in here. I got mixed up with Brett Wheeler as we were doing a Speed Lab broadcast a couple weeks back at the Chili Bowl, but Chris Wheeler, are you there?
Hey, I got you.
Hey, man, so some great action going on here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You got in an accident, I believe, there. I think you were in heat race number 2 and ended up back in the 9th spot. But are you having some fun here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Whiskey River boys really got the 12 car dialed in tonight. Reality is, I thought that Matt McKinney turned me, but then Logan Seavey showed me in replay the art of sim racing and showed me how it was probably my fault if we're going to put a blame on somebody, which is slightly disappointing, only because it was probably the best 10 laps I'd ever ran.
Best 10 laps you ever ran. Well, you know, this racetrack kind of proves to you know, provide some great racing, and especially when we get all 30 of these guys out here. And I got to believe that you were one of the main guys behind this whole event getting set up here. How did you guys kind of organize this whole thing? I was talking to Logan earlier, and it sounded like it was you and him maybe kind of had the idea to put this whole thing together and get some of these big names in here. While, you know, there's no racing going on in real life, we got to try and entertain the people somehow, right?
Yeah, you know, I was in St. Pete last weekend for the IndyCar season opener. That got canceled. Came back, was talking with Kevin Swindell and Dylan Schiebel, talking about, hey, we just need to do something fun. I called Kelly Jones and Ryan Herget, hang out down here at RaceCraft1 in Indianapolis. I came down here Monday. We talked about it, was texting, you know, with Dylan and Kevin the whole time, and text Logan. He came down, and then we've just really been trying to put the best group together we can in a short time. Obviously, big thanks to Kelly Jones at RaceCraft1 here in Indianapolis at the silo, because this room here, all 10 of us, maybe 2 of the 10 had an opportunity to sim and do this tonight at their homes. Otherwise, most of these guys that are here with us tonight couldn't be here because they don't have a sim. So he opened his doors for us. You know, a lot of hand sanitizer, washing our hands a lot, just trying to make sure that we're all following the rules but having a great time for the fans.
Yeah, you know, I was telling Logan earlier, I'd never heard of the RaceCraft1 deal before tonight. Is this kind of a new deal that has just come up, or has this thing been around for a while?
Kelly's been around for a few years. You know, he started off, he was with the PitFit training facility. When PitFit moved, he found a new home here at the new silo. It's an auto club and conservancy here in downtown Indianapolis, and he's got 11 rigs actually set up. He has private training, group training. They do league nights in here. Members of the silo get to come in on Thursday night, so it's a really good opportunity, especially if you're here in the Indianapolis area. You can come in and you can get sim time. You can get one-on-one training. He has a group of different guys that are trainers and that are also pro drivers.
Wow, that sounds like an awesome deal. I'll have to check it out next time we're out there in the Indianapolis area. And I was talking to Logan earlier. He said, you know, we did this track as as kind of a beginner deal because it's easy to run. Does that mean that possibly in the future this is going to be kind of a weekly thing, possibly while, you know, there's no racing going on in real life? We're going to try and do something like this weekly, or what's the plan there?
Yeah, you know, I think last year we did that TNT, the go-kart thing, and
Yep.
and we bought in too much at the beginning. We confirmed 8 weeks before we ever actually ran a race, and then Kevin and Swindell Speed Lab and Dylan, all those guys, like that's what made that event happen. So this time we just wanted to have some fun tonight, see how it goes, see how everybody's feeling afterwards. We'll all circle back after this and kind of see if we want to do it again and again. Obviously the racing's great. It's a great equalizer of a race car. It allows anybody, any sort of talent levels to be able to compete, and that's what's really cool. And really for everybody that's watching back at home, having the ability to watch some exciting racing, I think that's the key to all of this.
For sure, I 100% agree. I mean, without this tonight, I was probably going to sit on the couch and watch some Netflix and just kind of hang out. But now that we've got some good racing, to watch, and we got some big name drivers in here. I mean, these guys. I mean, it's just crazy how you guys were able to get all these big name guys like Bell and Larson, and were they all on board? They were just like, hey, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's put something together and let's run some racing.
Yeah, it really speaks volumes about the community of motorsports in general. Obviously, everybody globally is going through a bit of a tough time right now, and a lot of people are coming together for the greater good of whatever you're involved with. And it's no different here in motorsports, and everybody just wanting to come together. Everybody's bored, to be honest with you, too, man. Like, I've been hanging out of my house, and I am absolutely bored. So this is a great thing to be able to get out of the house, do something fun, and everybody's just kind of coming together. You're going to see all sorts of different racing across the iRacing platform over the next several weeks, from NASCAR to IndyCar to IMSA. Obviously, all the World Championship leagues with the World of Outlaw Sprint cars, and then, never know, maybe some more Quarantine Classic events.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully this is the first of many Quarantine Classics. So, Chris, we appreciate you coming in here and telling us about this event and about RaceCraft1, and we wish you luck in tonight's main event as we're about to go back green here.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you stepping up and broadcasting here tonight, too. You're welcome back every week, and we'll even pay you in tacos.
Oh, I love tacos. Perfect. All right. Well, that is Chris Wheeler. We will send him back down into the driver channel. And we're back to racing here in this third and final heat race up front. It is Max McLaughlin, followed by Rico Abreu and Tyler Silva, as Christopher Bell goes to the inside of Kevin Swindell for fourth. Shane Stewart back in the sixth spot. Robert Dalby in seventh. And I believe that is Trey Bowman. Out there in the 42 car under Owen Larson's name. So Trey Bowman in the 42. And Cannon McIntosh rounds out the field in eighth. All 8 drivers still on the racetrack, as there is quick fixes here, which means if you're not really familiar with iRacing, once you wreck your car, you go in the pits, get a brand new one, and you can stay on the lead lap, no problem. As we got a race for the lead up front, the 24 of Abreu down to the outside of McLaughlin, and the caution, or did we win, or they were over? Oh, I didn't realize it was over. We came to the checker. McLaughlin won by .020. I wasn't paying attention there. And Max McLaughlin will get the win as the warm-up session about to go underway here. And we're going right to the feature. Right to the feature. That's what we came for. We would rather just go right to the main event and not see any more practice laps. I think everybody knows how to get around this place pretty easily. And Logan Seavey did PM me here and say he could do some guest and analyzing here to fill some caution time. So we're going to drag him back in here real quick. Logan, I didn't see your message until just now about the guest analyzing, but we're getting lined up for the main event. Where are you starting at here, buddy? Where you at? Is he there? Logan, are you there? He starts 10th. Logan starts 10th. I think he might not be at his computer quite yet, but he better hurry up because there's 30 seconds left to grid. So I don't know what he's got going on. Hopefully he's on.
What do you think, buddy?
There you are. Okay. We'll make sure that you made it onto the grid.
In this other room, and next thing we know, I look over and there's 30 seconds to grid. So I'm out of breath. I just ran to my simulator here, but we're here. We're sitting grid 10 on the dummy grid.
Yeah, 10th place to start here. And you finished, what, 4th in the heat race? 10th place at this place is a long ways back. So this is going to be pretty interesting. What are you expecting to see here?
Man, hopefully everybody is just pretty calm here early. I would imagine we're going to get 2x2, and it's going to make it tough to pass without having to make it 3 wide. So I think you're going to see a lot of 3 wide moves, and hopefully everybody leaves a little bit of room to race, and we don't see too many cautions. But you never know what you're going to see here at Charlotte in the Street Stock Series. There's definitely lots of room for beating and banging in these things. They're not too aero sensitive when you get a little damage. That's what we like about them, and that's hopefully why we can put on a good show for everybody.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you got one thing going for you right now. You are 13 spots ahead of Tyler Courtney, so you do not have to worry about him running into you.
Yeah, or hopefully Connor's back there with him just in case a caution comes out and he forgets where the brake pedal is. So unfortunate there for Tyler Courtney getting clobbered under caution, but looks like we're finally about to roll. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great race here. Like I said, I think it's going to be side by side, 3 wide. As long as everybody gives a little room, I think it's going to be a heck of a show.
And what do you think about the passing on the backstretch? That third heat race, I mean, the racetrack on the backstretch, I'll go out on a limb and say it's maybe 4 wide, but they made it about 7 wide running down by the inside wall. I think that might cause some accidents here.
Right, I said the same thing. We just opened up a can of worms. You know, like I said, I think the 03 kind of snookered us under the line, and I think everybody saw it. You know, and there was no enforcement there. So, you know, if they're just going to let it open free reign to the apron, I think you're gonna see a lot of it here. So, yeah, that normally causes problems getting into 3 if somebody's still on the apron and can't get back on the racetrack. So, yeah, I think we probably should have done something about that there, but. You know, hopefully it just makes it that much more exciting, gives us a little more racetrack to race with, and yeah, hopefully we get a little bit of room getting into 3, because I think you're going to see people down on the apron after watching all those heat races.
All right, well, Logan, I think we're coming to green right here, man. We'll send you back downstairs. Good luck to him. And we're coming to green. We did not get down the starting lineup, but it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ty Majeski on the front row. We are green down the front straightaway. 30 laps around the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic for the street stocks tonight. And how about the start on the outside for the 91 of Ty Majeski? Majeski not quite able to get clear of the 03 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. 32 cars rumbling down the back straightaway here. Who is going to be upside down first? That is my first question here. And there's the first caution. That did not take very long at all. Oh my goodness, we're wrecking big back straightaway. It is McIntosh on the lid, and behind him Shane Stewart on top of the safer barrier. Can we go on board, Dylan Schiebel, if you can, on board with the 20 of Shane Stewart? He did at least 18 barrel rolls before coming to a stop on top of the wall. We were expecting to see this, folks, and I wasn't expecting it to be that early in the race. So that is the end of the night for Trey Bowman, who is on Owen Larson's account here tonight. He was involved in that accident right there. Man, that was a rough one. Let's see if we can maybe ask anybody. Let me see if what the onboard was there for Cannon McIntosh. Maybe we can drag him in and ask him what exactly happened there. Let's see here. McIntosh, going on board with him real quick on my screen. McIntosh hammers the 42, busts into the inside wall, blows the front end off of it, and comes to rest on his lid. We'll see if we can drag him in here real quick. Cannon McIntosh, hey man, getting involved in a wreck on lap 1. What happened from your perspective there, Cannon? Are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
What happened there, buddy?
Everyone was kind of piling it up, and for some reason we got lagged back on the start, and I just tried to drive through the smoke, and someone came through and did.
Now, when you saw the smoke, did you get on the brakes or did you stay wide open?
I slowed down and moved to the left a little bit because I could see that there wasn't any cars there to the left, and then one of them just came drifting down real fast and got into us.
Well, are you all right, man? Have you checked out of the infield care center? Is everything all right?
Yeah, we're good. We're out of the infield care center, and hopefully this car will be fixed soon so we can get back out.
Absolutely. Well, Cannon McIntosh, good to hear that he is released from the infield care center, and he's okay as we are waiting to go back green here. We've got a problem. It sounds like Brian Brown, the Knoxville Raceway track champion on several occasions, is a lap ahead of the field somehow. Not sure how that happens, but we're going to need to figure out how to get Brownie back on the regular lap that everybody else is on. Man, we've got 205 people watching on Twitch. We've got quite the crowd here tonight. Brian Smith says he's cheering for Tim Duggar. John Thizzle says Majeski is so good. Who else we got out here talking? We've got Vol Nation 82 says Kyle Larson for the win here. TD Racing says Tyler Silva, he thinks he's related to Paul Silva. That is incorrect. That is definitely false information there. As it looks like we are doubled up. Let's go down who's up front right now. We didn't even go down the starting lineup because we were too busy talking to Logan, but it is Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ty Majeski. Then Max McLaughlin, Kyle Larson, Tim Duggar, Rico Abreu, Tanner Thorson, Dason Persley, Tyler Silva, and Logan Seavey, the top 10, as we do have one lap complete. So the lap or the caution laps do not count, which is a good thing and could possibly be a very bad thing, as we could be here all night long if we cannot get any laps completed, which we are hoping does not happen, as I do want to eat some dinner tonight. Last night, if you were watching here on Swindell Speed Lab Live, I did have some fresh tacos, which were very good. I think that's why Wheeler said that he could pay me in tacos. I think that was the what was going on there, but which I would definitely appreciate. I do like tacos, so payment in tacos is definitely is accepted. So I don't know what Kyle Larson and Logan Seavey are doing. They're dooring each other under caution right now. Not sure if we have a camera on that or not, but the 99 and the 19 are definitely trading some paint right now. Pace lights are still on, unfortunately. So we are going to go another time around the speedway. See if we can maybe find somebody else to talk to real quick. See if maybe one of these guys we tried to talk to earlier, but their mic was not working. See if Clinton Boyles is available. He is not. His mic is still not working. Not sure what Clinton Boyles is exactly doing. How about see if where's Hunter Schoenberg at? Where's he at on the speed charts here? Where's he at on the position? He's way back there, 14th for the 55 of Schoenberg. We'll try and pull him in here real quick. Hunter Schoenberg, we're live up here in the Swindell Speed Lab booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, I'm not sure how much experience you got here on iRacing.com. You're running at 14th right now. What do you think about your chances here? We did get a caution on lap 1. Are you a little nervous right now, or are you feeling good about your race car? Are you feeling good about the race?
I don't know. This is all so new to me. I'll let you know if I make it through the first corner here. We'll get to the next one, but it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. No, I have all the stuff to do iRacing at my house, but just never fool with hooking it up. But this might change that. It's a heck of a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. Well, it looks like we're coming back to green this time by. Good luck to you here.
Thank you.
That was Hunter Schoenberg. He's starting back in the 14th spot, 100%. Probably one of the most famous videos on YouTube. Type it in, Hunter Schoenberg wins at Kokomo. I think it was back in like 2009 or something. Probably the greatest sprint car video of all time. I still go back and watch it at least like once a month because it is that good. So we're coming back to green. It's Earnhardt and Majeski. I just cannot believe I'm saying Dale Earnhardt Jr. Like I'm saying his name announcing a race. I thought this would never happen, but here we go. Random things happen on a Wednesday night. Green flags out. This time Earnhardt gets a good start and jumps in front of Ty Majeski. Max McLaughlin now underneath of Majeski trying to get by for second. We do know that the bottom is the place to be here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the street stocks, as McLaughlin now makes the pass for second. That's probably the best thing that this field can see, to see that 91 car dropping the anchor out here. Looks like he's going to be able to slot back into the 4th spot behind Kyle Larson as they roll down the backstretch. Everyone vying for that inside white line. But the question is, how long will they wait before they go underneath that line? As we saw in the 3rd heat race, these guys were not afraid to go down by the inside wall to make passes, as the 15 of McLaughlin misses the bottom right there, and the 99 of Larson to the inside. As we come across the stripe to complete lap number 3, Earnhardt Jr. up front, as Larson almost 3 wide into turn 1 as Majeski underneath of Larson. The caution's out again, and we're wrecking for second. McLaughlin into the wall and upside down. Max McLaughlin upside down, able to bring it back down on all 4 wheels. Nope, he's still barrel rolling down the banking. Oh my goodness, getting some height there, and he's still bouncing off the ground. I don't remember when the track was made of trampolines. Max McLaughlin was bouncing all over the place there. They just wrecked after the caution came out. And Dylan Schiebel, if you can possibly give me a word on who the caution was originally for, I can try and figure that out real quick here. Might have been Chris Wheeler, possibly. No, not. We're going to try and find out. See if we can find out. Oh, yeah, it was Chris Wheeler. Right off the start. Didn't even make it to turn 1. And Wheeler and McIntosh get together and barely even made it to the start-finish line, and Wheeler goes head on to the wall. So maybe we should have had admin cautions. And Kyle Larson upset with Max McLaughlin. McLaughlin upset with Kyle Larson there in the chat, says, damn Kyle, or KLR, LOL. And Larson says 3 wide question mark. So definitely some, these guys are a little bit upset with each other here on lap number 3. See what anybody's saying in the chat. We've got TD Racing says 30 laps or 2 hours. I think I'm going to vie for 2 hours here because we can't even make it down the front stretch apparently, unfortunately. What else we got here? Adam Elby says he's got. Okay, I'm not going to read that one on the stream here. We're not going to say those words. Golf Guys Tour. Let's go, Kyle Larson. Who else is on our chat here? A lot of people chiming in on the Twitch. Not too many on the YouTube chat here. We do have some new ones. Looks like Amber Gardner's out there, the wife to Ronnie Gardner. Jason Bright says, we go red. And we go red. Red flag's out for Max McLaughlin there. We don't have red flags here in iRacing, but we do go yellow. Travis Labatt's out there. Travis Labatt. I still don't know how to say his name, and I have announced his name millions of times in real life. Still sorry, buddy. He asked where does he tweet his seat to. I don't know. You can tweet it to Swindell Speed Lab maybe, or you can tweet it to me. You know my Twitter handle. Yeah, man. Make sure to get your tweet your seats in there. The Hot Wire says, came here from Twitter. What am I watching? Well, you are watching the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And RaceCraft1, I learned about what it is today, and it's a place in Indianapolis, downtown Indianapolis, and it is a place where there's 10, it sounds like 10 simulators are set up, and we've got 10 guys there right now. I believe, who's there? Logan CV, Tyler Courtney's there. I think he said that Tyler Ransbottom is there. Hunter Schoenberg, I believe he's there as well. And Connor Ridge. And many guys in this server are there, and they are racing on those simulators. And then we've got guys like Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Tanner Thorson's another guy over there at the simulators. But a lot of guys there and a lot of guys at home just trying to have some fun, man. We got Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the server tonight. A lot of NASCAR guys. So we're just trying to have a little fun here during this whole coronavirus outbreak here. And on your screen now, there's some of the drivers that are in the field tonight. And as you can see, the RaceCraft1 simulator guys and then some of the guys that they're at home. Shane Stewart, another one of those guys that is at the RaceCraft1 simulators. This is kind of a new place, it sounds like. New-ish, I should say. They're in Indianapolis, so definitely a pretty awesome joint from what Chris Wheeler was telling us earlier on. Ashley Tackett Racing says, we need some more of this. The people want racing. I definitely agree with that there, Ashley. And she also says, go Logan Seavey for the win. Our buddy Brian Hubert also watching tonight on the YouTube chat here. Just got a Facebook friend request from Amber Gardner. We'll hit the accept button on that. Brian Smith says, I don't mind pretend racing, but why are we pretending to run caution laps? You know, man, that's just built into the game here. If you got any damage, you can come down pit road. You can change tires, fuel, the whole deal. It's a pretty legit deal. Can we bring Junior into the booth, says Tyler C. Sorry, man, he's not in the server here tonight, unfortunately, so we cannot get a word with him. But we do have Christopher Bell. We're going to try and bring him in here a little bit later after we get some green flag laps in and hear what his take is on the racing so far, as he currently rides way back at about the 13th spot for the 21 of Christopher Bell. So let's see, did anybody get eliminated out of that crash there? It looks like the only one that did get eliminated was Trey Bowman under Owen Larson's account. He is the only car that did not make it back out on the racetrack. So everybody's still on the lead lap with the exception of him, 28 cars. So Shane Stewart, I believe he was upside down in that first accident. He made it back out. And the lights are finally out, please, right? Yes, they are. And I'm hoping we can make it down the front stretch this time into turn 1. That would be a step in the right direction here. I don't think we've made it one lap. Once again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads over Larson, Majeski, Duggar, Abreu, and Swindell. Where did Kevin come from? Kevin started 15th and made it up to 7th already. We haven't even gone a full lap. I don't know what the heck Kevin Swindell's doing, but he somehow made some good moves and gained 8 spots in the half lap that we ran. Impressive run. Mitch Schlater says, this is awesome, getting my iRacing setup ready tomorrow. Great to hear there, Mitch.
Green flag, green flag.
And here we go. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. And another good start for Earnhardt as he jumps out front. The 91 car of Ty Majeski underneath of Kyle Larson down into turn 1, taking the 2nd spot back. And I think that's going to be probably your top 3 throughout this race is Earnhardt, Majeski, and Larson, as they definitely know the fast way around this place. Right around the bottom here in the street stocks, Rico Avery runs 4th, Tim Ducker 5th. Best battle is the one for about the 6th spot between Dason Persley in the 9 and Logan Seavey in the 19. Sounds like wrecking behind, maybe.
The yellow flag is out.
Caution out again. Caution for the 12 of Chris Wheeler again. Wheeler, this time I don't think it's his fault. Oh, Connor Ridge. Connor Ridge and Wheeler get together. And Ridge goes around. Wheeler taking a big digging down the backstretch. Shane Stewart's involved. Sounds like Robert Dalby and Ronnie Gardner have quite the setup tonight over at their house in Brownsburg, Indiana. Hearing from Amber Gardner on Facebook here. I didn't even realize that Dalby and Ronnie were roommates, so good to hear that. T-Salves23 says, still early enough to make a drinking game out of this. Do a shot or shotgun a beer for every yellow. You know, that might be the next best thing here. Who was that? T-Salves23. Because I'm running out of stuff to talk about, man. We've interviewed every guy in the TeamSpeak at least twice here, and they've ran out of stuff to talk about too. I wish Rico was in here. He would have some stuff to talk about. Yeah, I'm looking at the TeamSpeak. I do not see Rico. Yeah, Rico's not in the TeamSpeak. I don't see any other really celebrities here that we can talk to that we haven't talked to already. TG1779 says 1 spin rule, please. I definitely agree with that. Travis Labatt says, up the ramp, champ. Definitely agree with that. Up the ramp, champ. Down the pits. Get these guys out of here.
Buddy.
As now Mike McKinney's come to a stop on the racetrack, the 96 car. And I think with the new... Oh, they don't have it set up. Okay. I thought with the new update, we could see how many incidents each driver has in the server, which would be a great stat right now. Okay, sounds like our producer, Dylan Schiebel, might be able to tell us that information. I would just really love to know how many incidents Chris Wheeler's got right now, because he's been involved in all 3 cautions so far. Emperor96 says, are these fixed or open setups? This is a fixed setup race here for the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic. And this was kind of just a test race to see if we wanted to do this a couple more times, especially with the coronavirus, the whole deal, not being able to race in real life. We were just trying to have some fun here tonight and get some racing in. And it's turned into literally a 2-hour ordeal here. We started up about 5:30 Pacific time, and it's dang near 7:30. And it's almost my bedtime, ladies and gentlemen. We did get some animal crackers in us, so we got that going for us. If you don't love animal crackers, then we cannot be friends. Basically the best snack there is, besides those Uncrustables, those peanut butter and jellies. Those are solid out of the freezer. Right out of the freezer. You can't beat that. You know what? We're gonna bring somebody in here. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. People in the look. Oh, Wheeler did crash. Let's bring him in. Let's see what he's got to say about that. Chris Wheeler back up here live in the Swindell Speed Lab booth. Hey man, we've been upside down or you've been in a couple accidents here, man. Are you all right, or is everything going okay with you?
Yeah, it's good. A couple of the guys didn't have the spotters turned on, I don't think. You know, I'm just out here just trying to go for a nice, whatever it is, Wednesday night cruise here in Indianapolis, and they just keep hitting me, man. I don't know if I got a magnet on me. I don't know if it's jealousy because of my receding hairline, but whatever it is, I mean, they just keep. I mean, let's not forget though. Connor Ridge also drove through Tyler Courtney under caution earlier.
Oh,
and
we already gave Connor Ridge some beef about that. Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me. I don't know what happened the first yellow. I was on the outside going through the travel, and I thought I got turned.
You know what? I can tell you. Hang on one sec. Let me rewind back, and I can try and give you a play-by-play of what happened to you. If I can scroll back through all 13 yellow flags here, I can really get you an idea of what exactly. Were you in the first yellow as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, we're trying to check it out here. You know what? Dylan Schiebel might have to queue that up for us because I can't seem to find it. But, yeah, man, hey, at least whatever goes on, man, we're having a good time, Chris, and we're glad that you put this whole thing together, man.
You know, it's a team effort. Obviously not my driving. That's terrible by myself. But everything else is, you know, just everybody that came together to do this is awesome. You know, hopefully we can get some laps here. I think we have a really good long-run car. We're not really too hot on the short runs, but we'll figure it out, and hopefully the viewers at home can buckle down on the couch and see some good racing here. I think we're about to go green again.
We sure are. Well, Chris, good luck to you, man. Hopefully we can keep the nose clean for the rest of this race here.
User was moved out of your
And that
channel.
was Chris Wheeler. He's sitting way back in the running order here. He is in 25th position as the pace car pulls off for the third time and hopefully the final time, or maybe at least for a few laps here.
Green flag,
and
green
we're
flag.
back to green. Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming up through the gears and leading this pack. I'm not even going to pay attention to the front of the field because it seems like about 10th place is where the real action gets going. We're 2 by 2 from about Christopher Bell on back. He's on the inside of Mike McKinney, Tyler Silva just behind him, and then the number 4 car, Chase Cabrera, is pushing Silva as they try and, you know, get up to the front of the pack here. A little bit of smoke coming out from the front of the field there, but nobody's spinning out quite yet. And if we can make it, I'm telling you, if we can make it 3 laps, it's going to be a 25-car pack here like we see at Talladega and Daytona. Once these guys get up to speed, they get sideways, or not sideways, it's side by side, and they start slowing each other down a little bit. It's going to bring everybody together, and it's going to get real interesting. We did make it 1 lap, ladies and gentlemen, so we are looking in the right direction here. Things are looking good. Your top 3, nose to tail, Earnhardt Jr., Majeski, Larson, Rico, and Swindell. I believe they have came together and are starting to work the top side of the racetrack together. I'm not sure if they PM'd each other in-game or not, but they are trying something on the top side. They are tandem drafting that deal as Logan Seavey went by both of them on the inside. Seavey in the AME Electrical 19 car, Reinbold Underwood Motorsports entry, moves into the 4th spot, gets in the back of Larson. He moves up the track, gets into Rico. Rico's in the wall. Rico off the wall, Swindell to the inside, and Swindell moves to 5th. That might have been the play there. Swindell's radiator might have been getting hot. They needed to make a swap there and get the front end cool on the 39 car. Move Rico back to 6th now. Rico now being chased by the 9 of Dason Percy, the 21 of Bell, the 17 of Silva. Tim Duggar on the outside of Silva looking for the 8th spot. That's the first side-by-side battle. Now we got a battle for 2nd as Larson and Seavey get hooked up. They look to the outside of Majeski. A couple of dirt drivers working the top side while a couple of pavement guys on the inside here. No surprise to the 99 of Larson and the 19 of Seavey go to the top side. They're making some headway up there, ladies and gentlemen. Working lap number 8 as Majeski kind of loses connection for a moment there. As they work down into turn number 3, Larson really getting up next to the 03 of Earnhardt Jr. Down the front stretch, Larson going to pull even with Dale down the front stretch here at the line. Lap number 9 goes in the books. Side by side, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And now the 39 of Swindell from out of nowhere has closed up to Seavey to make it a 3-car train on the top side. 3 cars on the top side. Rico Avery now down on the bottom trying to catch up to Ty Majeski. Rico's pushed by Persley and Christopher Bell going opting for the outside groove as well in the 21. Larson might lead this lap here. as Earnhardt keeps it pinned down to the inside. He's going to squeeze some momentum off of his side. The 99 car of Larson at the line, not quite able to take the lead yet. Earnhardt Jr. able to be credited with that lap led there, lap number 10. Just barely over Larson. 0.015 was the margin there. As Swindell definitely has some connection issues here as he's running into the back of Logan Seavey. And we've seen that cause trouble in the past there. If one car lags into the back of another one, it'll turn them sideways. Your first your first 6 cars are now 2 by 2 by 2. At the line, was Larson credited with that lap? He was not. 0.0033 one-thousandths of a second there between Earnhardt and Larson. Oh my goodness. I just went back in the field a little bit. Your top 10 drivers all side by side here, and they're closing up on your front pack here. There's about, what, 14 cars in the lead pack. And we're getting close to halfway. Working down the front stretch, Kyle Larson in the lead now. Larson on the top side takes the lead from Dale Earnhardt Jr. Not going to get clear, though. The 03 works back to the inside door of the 99 car of Larson. And Seavey and Swindell are wide open in the back bumper of the 99 car. Majeski's fallen off the 03 of Earnhardt. And now Bell into the back of Swindell. The caution's out. We're wrecking big down the backstretch, and it's Sunshine and Persley. Brian Brown also involved, Tim Duggar involved, Mike McKinney involved as well. And I think getting the worst end of the deal there. Let's take a look. I think Dason Persley, Tyler Courtney getting, oh wow, this started way up in front of those guys. This is like a 5 incidents in one. They went 4 wide down the backstretch. The 18 of Thorson, the 9 of Persley, the 4 of Cabré. And that's what caused it, the 9 and the 31. And then the 14 of Boyles gets in there, and just a big old disaster as Tyler Courtney comes in there. Rico Abreu disconnects from the server, not sure what happened to him. But a large accident there on lap number 12. So we did finally get some laps in, nearly halfway home in this one. And you've got a new race leader. It's Kyle Larson. And we'll see if we can get a word with him here real quick. Kyle Larson, we're live up here in the Swindell Speed Lab booth. He just took the lead there on the outside. A big push there from Logan Seavey right behind you, along with Kevin Swindell. And it seems like once the top gets going, it takes about 5 laps, but it seems like it might be the place to be.
Yeah, it was nice to get a little bit of a run there up top. Now I'm not really sure what to do in the lead, because I don't want to be that guy that goes to the top and lets them back to my inside, but we'll see. It's been fun. That was good to get a little bit of green flag racing in there.
Yeah, so for the rest of this race, man, as you mentioned there, it's going to be tough to figure out what the line is, but, you know, with Earnhardt, you know, he's a pavement guy, and I don't know if he's too good at running the top of the racetrack here. Are you worried that he might try and work it up there with Majeski behind him? But now that I look at the restart here, it looks like Seavey's going to be right behind you, and you guys were working pretty solid together on that last run.
Yeah, Dale and Majeski, they're, you know, everybody knows Ty Majeski's about the best on iRacing, and Dale, he's got a lot of laps on a sim, so I don't, and you know, Logan hasn't been on in a long time, but he's still also one of the best, so we'll see if we can now get the bottom lane to roll here and try and stay close enough that the outside can't get by us.
Well, I don't know if you watched that third heat race or not, but even hugging the inside white line might not be safe here because those guys were going down by the inside wall.
Yeah, it should be, you know, it's still a long ways left, so it should still be pretty, you know, fair racing, and then, you know, as it gets down to the end, I think you got to protect a little bit more, but, you know, it seems easy to run too wide, so you also got to be, you know, cautious of that and the runs they get, but we'll see. Hopefully we're done crashing for the end.
Absolutely. Well, Kyle Larson, current leader, will send him back down into the driver chat as he leads lap number 12 right now, working under caution. The pace lights still on the pace car here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Man, I wish we can get Earnhardt Jr. here and get his take on what's going on the racetrack. We'll bring Logan back in here real quick as he is working with Larson there on the top of the racetrack. Logan, you and Kyle and Kevin, 3-car tandem on the top of the racetrack right there, and it seemed like it was definitely faster, but it takes a little bit too long, I feel like, to get it going with about, 18 to go. What's your game plan here? Because you're going to be restarting on the inside, not exactly the place you want to be, or is it? I don't really know at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for now, really, ideally, it's like you said, 18 to go. We're not even halfway yet. So ideally, I mean, I would like to be on the bottom, but I was really just trying to get to the front here and try to get out front. I think that's most people's game plan, is get out front and then be able to move down, you know. So now that kind of worked out for us, so we can run around the bottom here, and hopefully, you know, I feel like we were pushing and, you know, we were working together almost as good as it gets right there. So that was, you know, it was going really well. Me and Kyle were working well, so hopefully, you know, these guys on the outside of us can't work as well as we just did, but I think we got 2 of the best on the outside as well, so it's going to be tough. I think we have a game plan moving forward for the rest of this race. Like I said, we're going to have to move down at least for now until someone challenges us, and yeah, I mean, like you said, the top was definitely building momentum, but you just have to be so precise, and it's not easy, that's for sure.
And right now, I'm watching under caution. Kevin Swindell was pushing there on that last green flag run. His connection is not looking ideal for bump drafting. Are you a little worried that he might hook you head on the wall here?
There was a little bit of concerns because I was behind him earlier, and then I was able to sneak by him, and then yeah, he there was a few times he kind of went in and out, like he said. He's kind of blinking around, so he's well aware. He knows what's going on, and hopefully he kind of just keeps a little bit of distance so it doesn't mess up too much. Obviously, hopefully his internet just gets straightened up, and we can race like usual. But yeah, I'm liking the lineup we got up here in the first 6 or 8 cars. I think you're going to see more of the side-by-side racing.
Absolutely. Well, we are going green next time by. We'll send Logan back down into the driver chat. And real quick, want to pull Kevin Swindell up here. Kevin's still live up here in the Speed Lab booth. Talked to Logan just now. He seems a little slightly concerned with your internet connection out there. Are you taking it easy out there, or are you going to wait till the end to really push that thing? Because you could definitely cause some serious damage with that. But really, to the other competitors, I think with your blinking, you might be just fine if they start wrecking.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a Mario Kart red shell spinning around me at all times, I think. So should be good. No, yeah, it goes in and out for some reason. I have some spots, but we were able to push really good there and about rolled around the top of Dale and these guys. So now we got the inside line. We'll see. Dirt's got to beat pavement here for sure. So we'll get lined up again.
All right, Kevin Swindell restarting in the 5th spot. We'll send him back to the driver chat as we go back green. Fantastic restart for Larson there, and he's going to get away from the field. That might cost him, though, as once these guys get back drafted too, might get a big run on him and work to the outside or the inside, as Seavey did not really get the restart I think he was looking for there, but he's still able to pull alongside the 0-3 of Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Seavey will forge ahead in that 2nd spot down the back straightaway. And we'll see if the 03 and the 91 get hooked up here on the top side, or if they're going to try and stick it down to the inside. We know they're pavement guys. They're not really used to working the cushion, though. We'll see what they can do here, as Junior really hugging on the inside or right next to that right side panel on Logan Seavey's car as they work down the front straightaway. Earnhardt by himself making it work right now as he pulls up next to Larson all by himself. I'm not sure what he's got going, what setups in that thing, because I'm pretty sure we're running the fixed setups tonight. But Earnhardt's got something going pretty solid here, as he is, oh boy, contact for the race lead. We're going 3 wide down the back straightaway. Seavey down low, and now what a move by Earnhardt to get back in line. That's going to move Larson to the outside line, and there goes Seavey to the race lead. Seavey will take the lead, and that's going to move possibly Kevin Swindell up to 2nd. So a big time mistake from the 99 car of Kyle Larson. He moves out of the lead and possibly back to 3rd here. Looking back through the field, Tyler Silva's made up some ground here up to the 7th spot. Also a big mover, the number 4 car of Chase Cabray from 16th up to around the top 5 now in the number 4 car. How about Robert Dalby, the number 5 from 21st up to about 7th. So some big movers here tonight. And at the front, it is getting pretty dicey between the 19 and the 99. Side by side down the front straightaway to the stripe. Lap number 15 in the books. Your leader at that one was Kyle Larson by 6/1000ths of a second over Logan Seavey. Seavey's pushed by Kevin Swindell, and the caution's out once again. Connor Ridge involved, Shane Stewart. It's the same characters in every caution. Tyler, Ransbottom, and they're still wrecking, it sounds like. Ransbottom, Ridge, and Stewart all getting collected in that one. With 14 laps to go. I think Chris Wheeler might have missed that one. And I think Christopher Bell's had enough. He has hit the red X, and he has called it a night. So it looks like Chris Wheeler actually is going to miss this crash here. Right before the caution came out, though, he drove through the grass on the front. Oh, he actually caused it. Wheeler ran into Dason Persley, and then behind them, they wrecked. Maybe Wheeler didn't cross that one. I might have just gave him too much credit. Look at Connor Ridge. Can we go on board with Connor Ridge as he goes full send through the grass on the front stretch after getting into Ronnie Gardner? Ridge was wheeling and dealing that thing and came right up the track, right in the side of Shane Stewart. Man, oh man, that was a tough accident there for a couple of drivers. Let's see if we can get a hold of Chase Cabray here from 21st up to the 8th spot. See if we can drag him into the channel here real quick. Chase Cabray, we're live up here in the Speed Lab booth, man. You've made your way up from 21st, from 16th, I should say, up to 8th now. Missing some accidents, swerving, dipping, diving, ducking, and dodging. How are you feeling about your chances here as we go under caution for like the 12th time now?
I don't know. I just got to keep trying to stay out of the chaos and play a smart race, and then hopefully, I know there's only 15 laps left, but hopefully in the last 5 laps we can get up there and challenge for the win.
You know, I'm not sure if you've been able to pay attention to what's going on at the front of the field, but both lines seem to be pretty solid. You know, obviously lane 1 and lane 2 that I'm talking about here. What's your game plan here heading into this final stretch of the race? Do you kind of base it on who's starting in front of you and maybe who's starting on the inside of you to see who you want to push here?
Yeah, it's just kind of, you know, treacherous being on the bottom because you put yourself into a situation that you can easily be pushed backwards. If the top lane gets rolling, then you can't get up. And the same thing as the top lane, you make a call to go up there and you don't have enough momentum yet, and you lose 2 or 3 spots like I just did. So it's just kind of just like Daytona and Talladega with the Cup guys. You just gotta pay attention to who's in front of you and what they're doing and where the runs are at.
Well, Chase, thank you for your insight. You're probably the guy that's gave us the most real insight here tonight, and we appreciate that. Good luck to you for the rest of this one.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Chase Cabray. We're also going to bring into the chat here somebody that a lot of people probably don't know, but that is head tire guy for Chase Johnson's sprint car team out here in California, Tyler Silva. Man, having the run of your career here tonight, up in the top 5. Would you ever think that you'd be running behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. in an iRacing race here?
No, I never thought that would happen, but I think we're gonna have an easy time getting by him here on this restart.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
The 17, it seems like it's operating pretty good here. What's your secret to success? What's the secret recipe here?
I mean, it wouldn't be a secret if I gave it out now, would it?
That's true. We are 16 laps into this thing, so if you could release the secret, we wouldn't really mind. But what's your game plan here coming into the rest of this thing? You know, I've heard a lot of different strategies here. Are you afraid to go down to the inside wall to make passes?
Oh no, I mean I'll do that for sure. If it comes down to it here these last few laps, I mean I'll definitely. You saw me in the heat race there. I got turned down there. It's a little bumpy down there though, so she'll be hard to hold on to there.
There is a lot of money and prizes up for grabs tonight. So what you're basically saying is you're going to send it and throw it in there for all she's worth, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's Tyler Silva, probably the least known guy in the server tonight, but we appreciate him having a good run here in the feature. Who else could we possibly talk to real quick? We've got to talk to somebody because these caution laps take at least 5 minutes apiece. So. Oh, here's another guy you guys might not know, a pro driver on the iRacing service in the sprint cars and the late models here. Matt McKinney riding on board with you here under caution, running 11th currently. Matt, you've been pretty quiet all night long in that 95 car. What's going on out there, buddy?
It's just a figure out who knows what they're doing and who's not. You know, a lot of big names here, but a lot of people here don't really have much iRacing experience, so it's for them, it's really trying to figure out what they can and cannot get away with. But for me, I'm just having fun with it, not really worrying about where I finish. Just enjoying it, trying to push somebody up to the front, but still trying to figure out who's worthy. So hopefully we'll see in the next few laps here.
Well, here's my next question. Are you and Mike in the same house at the moment?
No, I'm currently working in New York, and he's in Indianapolis. So yeah, we're separate. But you know, the way we drive, it's always like we were always in our original setup in the same room. So hopefully we get near each other soon. We try to push each other up to the front. That's kind of the goal here.
Okay, so that's what I've been trying to hear is, you know, not a lot of guys seem like they've been talking to each other back and forth trying to set up some drafting here, but it sounds like you and Mike have already kind of planned this out a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, when you're my brother and I, we've just had so much experience in sim racing, and we've become accustomed to kind of working together. And so yeah, it was kind of natural for us to try to work together and get up to the front, but just need the stars to align.
Absolutely. Well, that's Matt McKinney. He's running just outside the top 10 as we go back to racing here at Charlotte. 14 laps to go. And I'll bet somebody $5 right now that we have another caution. Anybody want to take that bet in the Twitch chat? Let me know. Here comes Earnhardt looking to the outside of Larson. A big run there as Seavey gets a shot from behind from the 39 of Swindell as Swindell's connection continues to go in and out here. And I would definitely be worried if I was the rest of the field there. We were just talking to him, Tyler Silva. He's behind Swindell. And you got to be thinking what is going through his mind here. Does he want to try and push the 39 or go to the outside of him as he's blinking back and forth? 13 laps to go, make it 12 to go this time by the stripe. It's Larson up front, followed by Earnhardt, then Seavey, then Swindell, then Ty Majeski. Chase Cabrera from 16th up to the 6th spot now. And I keep riding on board Kevin, but I can't even watch what's going on because he's lagging so bad here. As we're dooring each other for second between the 19 of Seavey and the 03 of Earnhardt. And you heard Seavey earlier on. We talked to him multiple times tonight, and he did not seem very happy with the move that Dale Earnhardt Jr. put on him in the heat race as he talked about him going underneath the white line and passing him. So don't be surprised to see Seavey maybe handing out the door to the 03 car here as they nearly hit each other down the front straightaway here. Larson still, Larson gets bumper hooked, and we're wrecking for the lead down the front stretch. Larson's upside down big time. Earnhardt's around. Dalby's around, as well as Cabrera. Tyler Courtney's involved. Oh my goodness, we are wrecking for the race lead. Tim Duggar. Also Ronnie Gardner. Oh boy, that was a massive pileup. Tanner Holmes involved. Jesus, who is left? I don't think there's anybody left. Did Seavey make it through that one? He did. He is the leader. Oh my goodness, that was the Talladega big one right there. And I don't know how many laps we got in. We got about 3 laps in, so 11 to go. Not exactly sure what happened there. It looked like to me that Larson kind of got bumper hooked by Seavey from behind, and Junior was just side drafting so close to him that once Larson moved up the track, there was just not a whole lot of breathing room there, and they just shot straight in the wall, and at that point, they're along for the ride. We might have to, I believe Logan Seavey currently the race leader, and I think we're going to try and ask him what exactly happened there. He'll probably give us a pretty good idea of what exactly transpired. Logan Seavey back up here in the booth for the 13th time tonight. Big junk there behind you. It looked like you might have had a little bumper hookage there with the 99 of Kyle Larson. Can you tell us exactly what happened from your point of view there?
Yeah, just an unfortunate situation. You know, definitely don't want to take out everybody up front like that. But yeah, it seemed like anytime I hit him in the left rear, he kept getting tight and pushing up into the 03. So I was trying to, hit him a little bit more square, and I think I just got a little bit to the right rear of him, and that was the first time all night I've seen him hook. I've been every time I hit him, it was pretty square, and for some reason that time I just turned him to the right, and yeah, unfortunately, there was a car there, and then, turned him even harder to the right. So sucks, but, I know they'll get their stuff fixed and probably be back up here in the next 10 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've only got about 10 cars left on the lead lap here. Did your crew put enough fuel in tonight?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was just I was just radioing up to my crew chief to see if we had enough.
Oh, okay.
But,
okay.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of fuel, and I think we started with 22 gallons for a 30-lap race. So, I know this thing's a V8, carbureted V8, but it ain't sucking down that much fuel.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to it here. Hopefully we can have no more cautions here because it's almost my bedtime here, and I know it's probably well past your bedtime at this point, too, because you guys are a little bit ahead of me.
User was moved out of your
So that
channel.
was Logan Seavey. Let's see if we can get who else was involved in that one. Tanner Holmes. We'll bring him back in here. The YouTube sensation Tanner Holmes is back with us. Are you all right there, Tanner? Are you good?
Yes, I'm good.
Hey, man, I don't know if you got involved in that accident, but I just seen you come off pit road, I believe. The 13 machine, the one that you're driving way back in 17th right now. What have you been seeing out there? It seems like a lot of squids out there. It looks like you guys are trying to drive through a minefield out there tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Is that what the case is?
Yes, sir. I've kind of just been hanging out back here. We started deep after our poor heat race and missed a bunch of wrecks there early and gotten one there. I'm not sure what happened. It sounds like someone got hooked up front, but just kind of hang out. I guarantee we have a few more and finish off the race.
You guarantee you have a few more. Okay. That's not what we were looking to hear there, Tanner Holmes, but we wish you luck, man. And now, hey, I would tell you right now, man, you got that 99 of Larson. He was just leading this thing. I might send him a direct message and say, hey, let's maybe get together here and go to the front. What do you think?
Absolutely, absolutely. Hopefully you miss the rest of them.
All right, that's Tanner Holmes, ladies and gentlemen. Go to subscribe to his YouTube channel as he is putting out some good content week in and week out. As let's see, are we going green this time, By? We're not going green. Okay, let's pull Kyle in here real quick and see if he can give us a rundown on what exactly has happened. Kyle Larson back up here in the Speed Lab booth. Hey, man, tough break there. Looked like he possibly got bumper hooked by the 19 from behind. And not a whole lot of room for error as the 03 was right on your door there. Can you tell us what happened, what you felt there from the cockpit?
Yeah, just trying to hold a steady wheel, and yeah, it seemed like Logan got to my right half of my bumper and just kind of got me up into that next groove and wrecked the whole field there. So got me a fresh car here, and we're gonna see if we can get to the front. I don't know, it'll be a little tricky.
Yeah, man, I don't know, you guys must have the best pit crew in the business. That thing has got no scratches on it. She's dialed in, ready to roll. Heading back through the field here, you've got the 03 who was up there at the front with you, some Earnhardt guy. Do you plan on maybe getting on his bumper here and trying to push back to the front?
I mean, we'll see. If it's anything like Daytona or Talladega, which so far it seems like it's been, he's definitely one to follow. So we'll see. But I've got more friends in here than he does, so we'll see if that helps. Okay, that's definitely for sure. Kyle Larson will move him back down. He's running at about, he did just go upside down, ladies and gentlemen. He's running at about 11th right now, so really not too bad of a deal for him. Maybe we can grab this guy real quick. Tanner Thorson, are you there with us?
Yep.
Hey, man, you've been pretty quiet this race so far. Looks like you might have gotten involved in that last accident. Now you've got some pretty fast guys in front of you. Are you looking to get up on the wheel here tonight, behind the wheel of that Wrangler Jeans number 18?
Yeah, definitely. We were really strong there before, and hopefully we can come out here a little bit farther up than we are right now.
All right, man. Just asking, have you made any adjustments on the car here throughout this race?
No, we're pretty good right now. Just gotta kind of let everybody feed out here, and hopefully we're there at the end.
All right, that's Tanner Thorson. We're going back to green here. We'll try and finish this thing off with 11 laps remaining.
Green flag.
This has been something so far. As we go back to green, Logan Seavey will show the way down into turn one with Ty Majeski looking to his outside. Kevin Swindell in third. And then Tyler Silva in fourth. Fifth spot is Hunter Scherler in the 55 car. Oh, Swindell, his connection. Hang on to it. He's blinking in and out. How did he hang on to that race car? I can't even see where he's at half the time because he's blinking so bad, but I did see him absolutely wheeling the hell out of that thing down the backstretch. Kevin Swindell able to hang on to it and regather it back in. And your leader is still Seavey with Majeski working on the outside. Hunter Schoenberg running third, Tyler Silva fourth. And we're looking for three wide down the front stretch. Mike McKinney the outside of Kevin Swindell. Cannot ride on board with Swindell as he blinks so bad he can't even see where he's going. Oh boy, contact between McIntosh and Thorson at the back of the field. As now Larson gets to the back bumper of McIntosh as Duggar, they're 3 wide down the backstretch between Duggar, Thorson, and Larson. That's for about the 13th position at the moment. Everybody single file throughout about the top 10. Duggar underneath of McIntosh gets into the side of him. McIntosh sideways, hangs on, we're wrecking down the front stretch. McIntosh upside down, and the caution is out again. Kyle Larson's involved, Tim Duggar, Matt McKinney. I think Tanner Thorson got a piece of it as well. And we are currently riding the struggle bus here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is starting to become a disaster, ladies and gentlemen. As we should have made it admin cautions here tonight. Let's try and bring Hunter Schoenberg back into the booth, who's having a career best run here tonight on iRacing.com. Where is he at here? Hunter Schoenberg currently running in the 3rd spot, buddy. Looking pretty solid. I believe you just missed some wrecks, 14th up to the 3rd spot. Are you more than happy with your progress here so far? Hunter Schoenberg, you got a copy on us?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you more than happy with the progress here tonight? 14th up to 3rd. I'm pretty sure you've got limited experience here, but so far a pretty solid run, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Just, I don't know, maybe it's because Southeast Missouri is stock car country, so I don't know. Maybe I should have been a stock car driver.
Absolutely, man. Well, now you got your teammate there sometimes in the sprint car stuff when you run the non-wing deal with Logan Seavey. Maybe you should get hooked up with him here, because I don't know if you know that guy on the outside, but he has the highest rating on this game. So maybe getting hooked up with a teammate there might prove to be beneficial here towards the end of this race.
Yeah, we'll see if he's nice to me. I'm just I told him I'm just gonna race, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, Hunter Schoenberg currently running in 3rd. We'll send him back down there into the driver chat. Vol Nation 82 says Wreckfest 500. No, this is the Wreckfest 30. Get that correct there, Vol Nation 82. As we cannot make it here. We're 22 laps in, and I'm running out of stuff to say here, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked to every driver 16 times. Is there anybody in the field we haven't talked to? That we can do? Oh, no way. Is Sunshine really running it on the lead lap right now? Sunshine. Oh, how about Mike McKinney? Let's get Mike McKinney back up here.
User was moved
Mike
to your
McKinney,
channel.
how's it going, buddy?
Oh, we're hanging in there. We got sent to the back a while ago now, it seemed, and we're trying to make a charge to the front here, so we'll see how she goes.
I was talking to your brother, and he was giving us some pretty good insight there. He is watching a lot of these guys in the field tonight, just trying to figure out who is even possible to, who can even get around the racetrack without, wrecking or anything. Is that kind of your strategy as well, as far as guys that you're, willing to work with here and run behind?
Yeah, all of us in here, we're all pretty good race car drivers in real life, but that doesn't necessarily mean it transfers over in the sim world. There's about 5 of us who've been doing this for, 10 years plus that I know, we can run with pretty good. Me and Logan Steve have been doing this a long time, and we're trying to get to work there in the heat race, so I'm hoping I can get back up to him and we can try to get a 1-2 finish here.
Well, Mike, you guys are definitely putting on a show for the fans that are left in the stands after all these cautions here tonight. We wish you luck for the rest of this this race here, and good luck to you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps together here and put on a good finish for everybody.
All right.
User was moved
That
out
is
of your
Mike
channel.
McKinney. He is looking to have a good run here after going to the back of the field earlier on, as the pace lights are still blinking on here. I don't know what's going on with my rundown here, but a couple of guys that are on my deal are not on the correct spot on my results page. But I've got CV leading, obviously, and then we've got Majeski, we've got Schoenberg, Silva, Swindell, and McKinney. Then Cabre, Dalby, Courtney, Earnhardt Jr., I believe the top 10. Something like that. Let's look back over to the Twitch chat here. Brian Hubert says he's going to go make some chicken nuggets. I would love to have some chicken nuggets at this point.
Hey, wake up. User was moved to your
Well,
channel.
Logan, back up here in the booth with us. Still 8 laps to go here. You know, we've still got 8 laps around this place. Is a long ways. You've got one of the best in the business right behind you, and then you've got a somewhat of a teammate there, going to be pushing you here on this restart. I know Hunter doesn't have a whole lot of experience. Are you trying to coach him a little bit here?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I thought we were going to get a double file. We're actually going single file. So, you know, we had a game plan made up for the start, trying to get ahead of Ty, but that's obviously not going to come to fruition. So, yeah, Ty was super aggressive there, trying to get to the lead. I think he knows that you got to be leading these races. So, I expect him to be just as aggressive as he was right there. So, looks like the pace car is about to duck in. But yeah, this is gonna be a good last 8 laps.
Absolutely. We'll send him back down. I didn't realize we're already going back. Green pace car is off, and Seavey will be in command of the field here with 8 laps remaining. He's back on the throttle, getting back up through the gears. And getting through the gears here is very important in these street stocks. They take so long to get up to speed. You see Majeski with a great start there. Runs right into the back of Seavey and puts a dent in his rear bumper as they work back into turn 1. Schoenberg not with the best start, and those 2 guys ahead of him get away just a little bit. As Tyler Silva, the 17 car, tries to close in on the 55 of Schoenberg to try and close that gap up on your front 2. Now Majeski looks to the outside of Seavey, but I'm telling you, by yourself, you're not going to make a pass like that for the lead with the 19 car pinned down on the inside. Kevin Swindell trying to make his way back to the field as he looks underneath the 17 of Silva. And Swindell with help from the 96 of Mike McKinney. Majeski still working on the right rear quarter panel of the 19 car of Seavey. Next time by, we'll have 6 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic, the first one ever, here on the Swindell Speed Lab YouTube and Twitch page. Majeski once again looks to the outside, gets right back in line with the 19 of Seavey as Schoenberg is now closed in. Now a car length behind is the 55 car with Swindell on his bumper and Silva looking to the outside. Tyler Silva on the outside of Schoenberg with Chase Cabrera giving him some help. Looks like Majeski might have backed up to the 55 of Schoenberg there looking for some help. But Silva might be the best in the best seat here. The 17 car, the blue 17 on the outside, first car to be on the outside groove. And we saw it earlier on in the race that it is pretty fast up there. Checking back in with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kyle Larson, along with Tanner Thorson and Tyler Courtney. Those guys are way out of the draft here. There's a big pack, then Dale Earnhardt Jr., and then another big pack there. So Earnhardt really needs to back up to the 18 of Thorson and the 99 of Larson. And those guys are going to need to work together for the rest of this race if they want any shot at winning this thing. With how the draft works at this place, it's going to take them quite a few laps to catch up, but they need to stay in line and work together. I think the best thing they can do is come off the corner on the top, run the top on the straightaway, but Thorson's not going to do that. He looks to the outside of Earnhardt. I think somebody might have blown up, and that was the 5 of Robert Dalby. Robert Dalby, the engine expires there on the 5 machine, and he pulls into the pit area. His night is over. As now you see the 03 of Earnhardt and the 99 of Larson are hooked up together, bumper to bumper, and trying to track down that front pack. They will catch them quickly as they're 3 wide up there. Just got to pray the 18 of Thorson will stay in line and work together. Looks like Thorson has gotten in line as Larson and Thorson are in the team speak together, possibly talking to each other, trying to work together. Contact for the lead as Seavey almost got on the apron. He gets turned. Oh my goodness, how'd he hang on to that thing? Seavey hangs on to it. Majeski almost gets loose a little bit as well. Majeski losing a ton of ground there as they got together. They both nearly spun out. And now Majeski falls back to the 55 of Schoenberg. Meanwhile, that's going to allow the 03, the 99, and the 18 to close up on those guys just a little bit. Last time by, Earnhardt with a 36.3, just in front of him, a 36.7 for Tyler Silva. So they're nearly a half second faster in that front about 7 cars. As they're just, oh my goodness, Kevin Swindell. Kevin Swindell's got turned straight on the pit road and hung onto it. And I don't think he ever lifted. And he just got, he came back on the track wide open and ran into Larson, but we stay green. If we can go on board with Kevin Swindell, that is a ride of a lifetime there. That was incredible. As a pass for the 7, caution is out. And it's Chris Wheeler for the 4th time. Looks like Wheeler, Sunshine, and McIntosh all racing pretty hard on the backstretch for about the 12th place. And then the 23 gets into the side of the 12. Not sure if that was on purpose or not. It kind of looks like a racing deal. And Wheeler goes into the inside wall hard, does a couple 360s, and keeps on going here. And that'll bring us under caution with 2 laps to go. A green-white checkered finish to this one. And I'm not sure what happened to Ty Majeski, but Chase Cabrez moved up to 2nd. Chase Cabrez moved into the 2nd spot. And I think we've got a scoring issue here there, Dylan Schiebel. It looks like Kyle Larson is shown as the leader, so we've got to try and sort these guys out. Larson might be 1 lap ahead of the rest of the field somehow. And we did get a replay of Kevin Swindell's excursion down pit lane, and we have definitely got to talk to him about that one. Kevin Swindell back in the booth, man. That was the ride of a lifetime, going through the pits. Tell us, buddy, did you ever lift down there?
No, well, just to get it straight for a second, but yeah, I wish I would have got back on the racetrack without a little bit of contact, or I might have stayed in the draft. So.
I really like the full send back on the racetrack. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well just let her eat.
Just let her eat, man. That was fantastic stuff there from Kevin Swindell as he took a little detour. I think that's definitely going to be a pit road penalty there for Swindell. Luckily, Colton Hardy in the iRacing server handing out the cleared black flags, and he's also getting the lineup straight away here. So thanks to Colton Hardy for adminning this race and getting everybody figured out here. Back on the lead lap and such. So trying to get, who does a lap down here? Looks like, I'm not sure, but Larson should not be the race leader. That's all I know. Yeah, so it does look like they're waving everybody around the pace car here. And then I'm guessing they'll give the 99 an EOL possibly? Or he'll have to come down pit lane or something. I'm not really sure exactly how they're going to work that. Yeah, I believe they're going to give the 99 car an EOL from what I'm hearing in my ear here from the producer. Dylan Schiebel doing a great job here tonight, giving us some onboard cameras and some good replays of the craziness that has been this race here tonight. And we'll bring back in the 17 car, Tyler Silva, real quick. Tyler Silva back up in the booth here, man. Things are getting pretty dicey there. I saw a couple of 3 wide instances. 2 laps to go here, green, white, checkered. We talked to you earlier. You said you weren't scared about going down to the inside by the wall on the backstretch. Are we going to be seeing that here on this restart?
You know, if it comes down to it, I think we might. I don't know if you saw, but we were kind of debating whether or not we wanted to keep racing around when that last caution came out, but I just kept my foot in it. I think I went through the infield the whole straightaway. I think I made my straightaway just one long straightaway, so I don't know. We'll see what it comes down to here these last 2 laps.
Wise words from Tyler
User was
Silva
moved
there,
out of
ladies
your
and gentlemen,
channel.
as he runs currently about in the 6th position, and he's doing a fine job all day long. That 17 car, he started way back in 9th. I guess he hasn't moved up too much. He's running 7th. Who else could we possibly get up here in the booth real quick? Chris Wheeler, should we drag him back in here after his another incident that he was involved in? I think we're going to do so.
User
Chris
was moved
Wheeler
to your
back up
channel.
here in the booth, man. Unfortunately, could not keep your nose clean for the rest of the race. You and Sunshine are just can't seem to get away from each other, man, and got together again. What happened there?
Yeah, spotter said clear. I turned down, and then I think Tyler Courtney turned up. I don't know. It's one of the racing deals. It's unfortunate because I think there was a good battle going for the lead there, but really got to think. Obviously, if you look up in the stands here as we come off NASCAR 4, there's tons of people there. They've stuck with us here all day long. Beautiful weather here in Charlotte, and hopefully we can give them a little razzle-dazzle on the green-white checkered.
We definitely need a little razzle-dazzle at this point, buddy. Good luck to you.
User was moved out
We're
of your
looking
channel.
for razzle-dazzle. That's what we came for. And Chris Wheeler's correct, man. We've got a packed house, standing room only here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic. If you're wondering what RaceCraft1 is, it is a facility in Indianapolis that houses 10 iRacing simulation rigs, and you can go in there. I'm not really sure as far as how it all works, how much you got to pay, if you do have to pay, or what the whole deal is. I'm guessing it is a paid deal, but we got to thank those guys. We've got 10 drivers in the field tonight running over at RaceCraft1. Logan Seavey, current race leader, is one of those drivers, along with, I believe, Hunter Schoenberg, who's still left in the race. A lot of the guys like Sunshine and Tanner Thorson also out there, they will be on those rigs as well. Are we got the lights out quite yet here? Pace lights are out. Here we go. Green, white, checkered finish to this one. And a single file restart. Not sure on the call on that one, but should make it interesting here as these guys are going to be going for every position that they can. Run down to the top 5 before we go green. Seavey, Majeski, Schoenberg, Cabré, and McKinney. The top 5. Behind McKinney, it's Silva, Larson, Earnhardt, Thorson, and then Courtney. Here we go. Green is back out. Are we going to white right now or no? I think that's just the green. The white is the next time by. I believe white next time by because I'm on lap 29 here, so we're going to go with that. 2 to go. So white flag next time by, and Ty Majeski is locked on the back bumper of Logan Seavey. Nearly got into the right rear quarter panel right there. If they can make it to the white flag, anything that happens after that happens. There's no more cautions once they get to the stripe here. It looks like it's going to be a 2-horse race between Seavey and Majeski. Down the front stretch, Majeski's going to go through the grass, down into the corner. Oh my! Through the tri-oval. Majeski tried to move him up out of the groove. Seavey holds his ground. I think we're... Oh boy. It is definitely going to be a 2-horse race down the back straightaway for the final time at the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic. Majeski looks outside, looks back to the inside, gets into the back of the 19 car. He's going to have to do something better than that. As they work through 3 and 4, Logan Seavey looking to win the first ever Quarantine Classic. Majeski through the grass. Nope, he tried to, and he's not going to get there in time. Logan Seavey wins tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Majeski runs second as they wreck across the line. Schoenberg third, Chase Cabré in fourth, and Mike McKinney will round out the top 5 here tonight in a race of attrition here. Tyler Silva sixth, then Kyle Larson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tyler Courtney, and Tanner Thorson rounding out the top 10. And we will get a quick word with our winner here tonight. Logan Seavey, you are the winner of the Quarantine Classic presented by RaceCraft1. How are you feeling after a star-studded field showed up here tonight and you came out on top?
And that was pretty good. You know, it was a heck of a race. I felt like, you know, it was a good day all around. Went, you know, quick time, and then had a little bit of trouble in my heat race there. But I don't know if you guys saw that initial start, man, but I drove all the way up to 3rd or 4th, and man, their restart rules put us back, and that's actually what ended up saving us there at the end when Ty went by. When Ty went by us there, so
Sounds like you got some interesting stuff going on in the
Tanner
background.
Thorson there, everybody.
Victory Lane sounds like a good time.
Man, I'm getting crashed. Sorry.
Man, oh man. Well,
but yeah, you know, man, I forgot what we were talking about, honestly.
Well, we were talking about you winning the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic, and hopefully this is not the only one that we have at this event. As I could see, there could definitely be some success behind this idea, especially with how things are here in the real world. So hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think overall, you know, obviously it could have went a little smoother, a little less cautions, but I think we know what we need to do to get this thing better for this. Hopefully, you know, we can run some more. So. Yeah, it was obviously not the best way we wanted to go with taking so long, but hopefully all the fans enjoyed it, and hopefully we can you know, keep this going. I think overall it was a positive experience, and I think hopefully the fans had fun. I had a lot of fun driving.
Yeah, we definitely had some fun up here in the booth as well. We got to talk to everybody quite a few times, and I think that's one of the cool things about this event is the people that put it on are all friends with some of these big-time guys, and we're able to bring them into the broadcast booth so the fans at home can talk to them like we did with yourself tonight. That's definitely a cool aspect of this whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like you said, just some, you know, Wheeler and Swindell's putting this thing on, and I was just kind of in Indy here when Wheeler wanted to get it started, and I've been helping him get it all together and get it organized. So, yeah, like I said, we obviously wanted to go a little bit smoother and not take so long, but we need to work on some of the caution procedures and stuff like that. The cautions were really the main problem, just taking too long. But hopefully, like we've been talking about, hopefully we can do some more and get a little bit more diversity and maybe try a few tracks. And but yeah, I think overall it was a good race. And like I said, hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I know I did. And I thought it was a heck of a race there, especially at the end there with Ty.
Well, you know, I see a lot of sponsors on the side of that 19 car, and I know you got to thank somebody. So if you got any sponsors, man, let us know.
Yeah, first of all, I got to thank Felker for Andrew Felker, AFD Graphics, for doing this thing last minute. Like we've been saying, this whole race was last minute. I think I texted him 2 hours before the race, and he got me up, designed me up a car, and threw my sponsors on it. So obviously, you know, AME and Andy Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, it's my sprint car deal I got going this year, and unfortunately we're not racing right now, so it's pretty cool to get their name in victory lane. So yeah, overall it's a positive experience. Obviously AFD on the car and MVT Messiah Valley transfer.
Well, there he is, Logan Seavey, the winner of the RaceCraft1 Quarantine Classic tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I think that's just about it, since we don't have Ty Majeski in our team speak. We do not have a full podium interview here. So I think we're going to end it with that there, Dylan Schiebel. Thanks to everyone for watching tonight on YouTube and on Twitch. Thanks, everybody, for chiming in there and giving us your feedback. We appreciate it. Hopefully we can do this again at a different track, maybe with some different cars, maybe put it on dirt, maybe do some different stuff. There's definitely a lot of room for some different stuff here, as you see the full race rundown here from Charlotte. So my name's Chase Rodman. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, and hopefully we'll see you soon for another one of these Quarantine Classic races. Thanks to RaceCraft1 for coming on board and being the title sponsor of tonight's race. We'll see you guys next time.